Uh, Hi. Discord just... Hang on. Oh, there I am. Hello, everyone. I joined the call, and immediately Discord goes into, some kind of refresh. Hey, Dennis. Hey, Boo.
Hey, patututan matato.
Was that a Luigi impression or a soundboard? Oh my god, that is, like, the most accurate Luigi impression I have ever heard.
I
think that might sense.
Okay.
Oh no. I entered the weapon shop.
Uh-oh.
I'll be here for about an hour. BRB.
Alright, yeah, I was playing earlier. Hey, Bell?
It's me.
Alright, so we're just missing Simkey, and Zeno said he would be late because he wanted a sandwich. Oh, there's Simkey.
Hello.
Everybody is, Oh no, there goes my Twitter tag. I'm gonna have to hide that. Oh, okay, Zeno, when you join, you're going behind my name, I guess. Alright, so there was a challenge thing that was up earlier. It seems to be done now, so that's cool, I guess. Okay, we have one of the maps in rotation.
That's good.
So let's just wait for Dennis to get out of the never-ending dialogue with Sheldon.
I got out of it.
Okay.
Are there any weapons? I don't even know what new weapons are, even though they told me.
There are new weapons.
I've already forgotten which are the new ones.
The light
all the
tetra...
Deco ones.
I'm
assuming all the Deco ones.
The Deco ones are actually not all of them are from this. But there's new Tetra Dualies, there is a Super Scope weapon, a new Splatana Wiper, a new Splattershot Nova, a new paintbrush called the Pain Brush, the Heavy Splatling Deco, custom Dually Squelchers, a new Big Swig Roller, a new Tentabrella, a new version of the H3 Nozzle Nose, and a new Rapid Blaster Pro. So we finally got a new Splatana, which is pretty nice, because we've gone through so many updates and we haven't gotten a new Splatana until just now. Also, Zeno has only just now seen the Splatfest results. Alright. Zeno, are you in a position to join, or are you still eating your sandwich? I will open up the lobby once I get an answer from you. Actually, I guess I can open up the lobby now, since for all... What is it? Okay, it's 5 of us, so for everyone to join, I'd have to do a regular battle anyway. So I will just start a regular battle, and then you all try to join as soon as we can.
This is challenge mode. Is it basically, like, not ranked?
Basically, there are restrictions, and you can earn points, which can get you free tickets for the shell-out machine. Earlier, it was just a basic set of rules. It was both of the new maps, and only those new maps. Everything else was the same as regular Turf War, except your secondary abilities were not considered. So it was just your primary abilities.
I see.
So for those who are watching, this is the brand new map, Barnacle and Dime, which seems to be in a mall of some sort.
But it was.
You guys remember when malls were like the place to hang out? And now they're like ghost towns?
We didn't live in these, so no.
What?
We didn't live in the 80s, so no.
You lived in the 90s, so...
Oh, that's...
Malls are a little, dead now.
I feel like malls were even on the... starting to kind of decline in the 90s, anyways.
I mean, maybe, but they were still prevalent in popular culture. You don't see that shit anymore. I mean...
I didn't have any friends.
Well, I mean, no one has enough money for that kind of leisure shopping anymore.
I mean, my parents took me to malls all the time when I was a kid.
I did go to the mall a bunch, so.
I didn't really hang out there with friends, though, because none of the malls were closed. They were actually. Speaking of malls, have any of you... Do you guys remember Total Drama Island on Cartoon Network, yeah?
Yeah.
Only from memes. I've never actually.
I'm gonna be honest, the original season of Total Drama Island is probably the best thing Cartoon Network's ever done, and I do not say that lightly. It was genuinely good. And for a network that is supposed to be aimed at kids, Total Drama Island was one of the early shows that was aimed at teenagers. So it had a lot more adult topics than most kids shows. I ask because the same studio that did that did 2 other shows. I don't remember what one of them was named, but the other one was named 16, which was about a group of friends who both work in and hang out in a mall. And I got introduced to it with the Halloween special, which was an actual zombie movie. Like, real zombies. Killing people and everything. But
Yeah,
it was still
I remember
done
seeing
up
that
as a
one.
comedy. It was like Shaun of the
Halloween.
Dead style. And Zeno and I recently found out that all those shows, including Total Drama Island, were actually censored for the American version. The Canadian versions have a lot more raunchiness to them.
Yeah, malls and stuff have been on decline for quite a while now. The one that was close to me recently went bankrupt, but someone bought it.
I seem to remember a lot of retail chains that were typically only in malls are struggling right now.
Yeah, they're not doing very well due to them all dying.
Yep. Most of them are also, I think, shifting to online storefronts now, since that's where the money is.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why would I make a trek out to a mall when I can just order the shit online?
It's not like there's anything even left in the malls. The local mall has only got, like, I think 20 businesses left, but has, like, enough room for, like, 40, I think.
The last time I was in a mall, I was specifically in there to go to the J.C. Penney's to get new pants. I don't know if you guys have a J.C. Penney's. I don't know if that's a local chain or not. But it's a clothing store.
Yeah, it's, I think it's global. Or not global, but all...
If you don't know what JCPenney is, you're probably like 2 years old.
Okay, see, listen, I don't know what stores are, like, local chains or not. Oh, wow, that's everyone. But yeah, like, every single mall I've been to has a fucking JCPenney's in it. But I went there because I needed to go...
Yeah.
I needed new pants. When I was there, I briefly checked out the rest of the mall, and basically everything was closed.
Yeah, I mean, not to say all malls are dying, but the majority of them are. Like, a few years ago I went to New York, and Staten Island Mall, that one's still actually, like, pretty much fully active.
Oh, Blue, it's just you and me.
But,
We've been abandoned.
now we must kill.
No, this is a new song.
Yeah, there's a new band in Splatoon lore that does jazz music. Well, no, not jazz music. I think it's actually rockabilly, because they're called Rockagilly.
It's rockabilly.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what rockabilly sounds like.
Like the song that's playing, if it's playing for you too.
I think it is. My audio's a little low. Gotcha.
If this was jazz,
Ow.
I'd be saying that smooth jazz would be deployed in 3, 2, 1.
Alright, whoever that Ultra Stamp user was on the enemy team is pretty laggy. It's like the one person on your team who isn't one of us. I think they're named Kitty.
What the fuck? There's a bunch of radars on our base.
You can take them out at any time.
Those like blues? I guess blues.
I am not used to using the Zipcaster. It's actually pretty... nice when you know how to use it. It looks like when you want to use it is you got to be like as far away from where you're trying to end up as possible. Otherwise, everyone's just going to crowd around where you're going to land.
Yeah.
But I like never use any weapon that has it, so I'm not used to using it. So, I think I know Bowl's answer, but have any of you been playing the We Love Katamari remaster? Ow.
No, I don't actually own it yet, but I will.
Yeah, like I was saying, I still need to get it.
Yeah, I actually finished it the day it came out.
Oh.
Well, it's not very long, and I also have played the game to death since I was a kid, so like I know how to do everything.
I'll be getting it soon. I literally just need to beat Tears of the Kingdom and I'll be on to other stuff, which will be very soon because I have nothing else to do in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I put Tears of the Kingdom on the back burner because I'm working through Xenoblade 3.
Yeah, I started playing Control, so Tears of the Kingdom's also kind of on the back burner for me.
Control's a good one.
Yeah, I got a really cheap cop PS4 version, which has free PS5 upgrade, so it's nice.
Oh, nice. Give me that Alan Wake 2. It's coming October. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Isn't it going to be Epic exclusive?
For PC, by that, I'm probably just gonna straight up buy like a PS5 because I need to get one for Horizon anyways. So
yeah,
why not probably just buy a PS5?
Can't wait to get my Alan Wake thermos.
Oh yeah, they're coming out with a thermos too.
Oh yeah, I have to buy one.
I need to play Alan Wake again.
I have the reason they're not.
I have the Alan Wake coffee blend.
I get the reason they're not doing physical copies is decently solid, but it'd be nice if they did like at least a limited release.
I don't think I fully agree with their reason for not going for a physical copy, because part of the reason is to keep it at $60, and I'm just like, well then just keep it at $60.
To be honest, that ain't a Remedy issue, that's an Epic issue. I wouldn't blame Remedy, who historically has been kind of screwed by their publishers for like all their games, so...
I am very confused as to why they had a whole thing about being freed from a publisher, only to end up going back to a publisher.
It was more that they were able to take the rights for Alan Wake from Microsoft, basically. They bought that was their thing, was they bought the rights. Because otherwise they couldn't have made an Alan Wake 2 without Microsoft, but they're obviously making Alan Wake 2 without Microsoft.
Yeah.
Quantum Break, however, is owned by Microsoft. So they can't make a Quantum Break. They can't make a Quantum Break 2 without them. Yeah, Max Payne is owned by Rockstar, so they can't make a Max Payne game without Rockstar.
And I don't think Rockstar is going to sell anytime soon.
Well, which is why they're partnered with Rockstar for the Max Payne 1 and 2 remake. So.
Wait.
Oh yeah, they're actually doing the remakes themselves.
You didn't know that?
Yeah, forgot about those. Yeah, they just released like a teaser trailer.
I somehow missed that news entirely. What the fuck?
It was literally just a random teaser trailer. There was no like big news or anything, or during like an event.
Yeah, they just kind of announced that they were working on it. I think probably just announced early so they can, hire people for it.
Yeah, it was literally just like on Twitter. They're like, "Hey, Max Payne remakes. We're working on those. Does anyone want to work for us?"
Yeah. Oh, speaking of hiring for games, did you hear about what supposedly happened with Redfall's development?
No.
Yes,
what happened?
I did.
Bethesda was hiring people to work on Redfall. However, they weren't telling anyone what it was for, other than it was a multiplayer project, but nobody was going to Arcane to work on multiplayer. They were going to Arcane to work on single-player immersive sims. But Bethesda wasn't telling people what they were working on. So, a lot of people who have never made a multiplayer game before had to make a multiplayer game because Bethesda didn't tell them why they were being hired. Because they knew if they told everyone it would be a multiplayer game, nobody would get hired.
That's why
so basically they told all the. So basically, everyone learned what they were making after the fact.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why it's good Remedies being upfront with what they're making years ahead down the line, so they could just hire people for that project and they know what they're working on.
Yeah, that's why teaser trailers existed, so companies can just start hiring people for the game as well, instead of just being hush-hush.
That's why the Elder Scrolls V had like a literal like little piece of art that was like Elder Scrolls 6 exists, and then we've heard no news for years since then.
Yeah, I mean they're
Basically
also
for
working
that
on Starfield
reason.
right now.
Yep.
I
That's
hope
their main
Elder Scrolls
project,
6 is
which-
going to be at least halfway decent, but Bethesda's track record has really gone
Yeah.
down lately.
I mean, hell, with the first Starfield trailer, people noticed one of the NPCs in the background had their fucking head on backwards.
Jesus.
As well as that, I've all noticed
Bethesda
a
games,
lot
okay?
of reused Fallout 4 animations and assets for some of the areas and weapons.
Fallout 4 already has unused animations and stuff for Skyrim Dragons.
Oh yeah, and then those were used in Fallout 76.
Yep.
Because they just added Skyrim Dragons into Fallout 76, because, you know, they had the animations built in for it already. Cool.
Speaking of Skyrim too, Death Battle's doing that Skyrim versus Dark Souls episode on Monday, and I am looking forward to hearing the insanity of Elder Scrolls lore. Oh, there's the Sheldon license.
Hey, I got one too.
I still can't believe that pausing and like going through your inventory is fucking canon.
Yeah,
Yeah, Xeno,
so that's stuff for you.
your the fuck, there it is. Your handles, your reactive is behind everyone else. Okay, you're behind my name. You're just gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah, okay.
That is a pretty big group. I'm actually using a blaster.
Gotta get that super
I'm
skin.
so sorry.
Well, it's actually pretty fucking good.
Opinion disregarded, Blast 3 user.
But yeah, I learned from the preview for the Dragonborn in Death Battle that the sun in Elder Scrolls is not actually a star, it's a plane of oblivion. At least according to Michael Kirkbride. There's going to be some absolutely weird shit in that episode that they're pulling from Coda. Because that was the thing that Michael Kirkbride wrote after leaving Bethesda, when Morrowind was finished. And it's questionable if it's canon, because he outright admitted he was high on shrooms when he wrote it.
Yeah, I don't know if you could make that canon.
There is a lot of debate in the Elder Scrolls community over whether or not Coda is canon. Because he didn't write it until after leaving Bethesda.
Yeah, kind of a weird spot for that.
Is this a new map?
Yep, Barnacle and
Yeah.
Vine, this is the mall.
Ah, okay. That is not where I wanted to throw that, but alright, game.
Would you say that this is just like a mini mall?
It's just like a mini mall. I don't know why that line just immediately made me think of Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage.
Oh my god, not that fucking shit.
That is peak comedy.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Alright, I'm just gonna...
I remember when memes were so innocent. The simpler time.
This new blaster is really strong, but the ink economy fucking sucks.
Blaster moment.
I can get like 5 shots before I'm out of ink.
I apparently splatted someone and didn't even fucking notice.
Oh, looks like someone needs to get optimal gear.
Get run over.
Oh, shut up.
That was me. Who got run over? No.
Ow. Flynn, someone on the enemy team is named Flynn, and their tag is Real Mama.
What?
My immediate first thought is this Benissimo son of a mama is making super hot pizza pies, and basically that's amore. How? Just watch the moon hit your eye.
Still don't fucking understand that.
I don't even
You have
think
to be
that means
Italian.
anything.
It's
Yeah, I
just
know,
not-
that's the thing.
I love how someone
It
made
is
an edit of
meaningless.
that where they included Peppino from Pizza Tower. Ow!
Ow.
Just watch someone get murdered right before my eyes.
Me and Bao traded.
Don't mind me just murking 3 people back to back.
UJS says this
Yeah,
blaster
I
does not
think
look
we
like a
got this.
turf war weapon. It is very much an offense weapon.
Glad they'd actually do a super scope one.
It's not even shaped like a real super scope. It's very truncated.
And the real super scope is pretty long, so I guess that makes sense. They wouldn't. Yeah, I didn't get why for the attack at the time because it also had a sensor bar.
What the fuck did I get 10 kills?
Second Menacer is also massive, and it works like pretty much the same way.
Yeah, you get a direct hit with the splatter scope, it'll instantly kill someone.
Jesus.
And it's got some range. Also, you guys can't hear it, but everyone in chat, can you guys hear my fan? I have a new noise suppressor set up in OBS. So I hope my fan isn't audible. I readjusted it so it's blowing directly on me because I won't have an AC for another week.
Me and you, Blue. Fucking get him.
I'm trying to ink the base with a blaster and it is not working.
Yeah, you kind of just need to
Sounds
go
like
for
you shouldn't use
kills.
a blaster.
Was that?
Sounds like you shouldn't use a blaster.
I wanna use the splatter scope or whatever it's called.
Execute people. That's pretty much your use. Is just hold the line.
Maybe I shouldn't use the blaster. Not streaming underling.
I'm
I
only
forgot that was
kidding.
Simpi's title.
Wait, Simki, how did I get you? What the fuck?
I have really no idea how you ended up getting me there.
Your Honor, Splatoon 3. Death.
Death.
I cannot aim for shit with this thing.
I think you could aim anyway.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, by the way, do you guys remember when I mentioned in Discord that the DualSense acts a little weird on Linux with the Steam Deck? They
Yeah.
fucking fixed it in the most recent update.
Oh.
Ow. Yeah, maybe I should use a different weapon. I don't think
Wonder if hope they had a Wii Zapper weapon.
I have
Oh
one
my god,
zapper.
that'd be great.
I could see it being like a dualies or something.
Ow.
They should have added the Wii Zapper to
Oh god!
Tears of the Kingdom.
To what?
Link's crossbow training.
They should have added they should have added the Wii Zapper to Tears of the Kingdom because of Link's crossbow training.
Well, he didn't have a Wii Zapper in the game. It just looked like one.
Yeah,
Is the
Yeah,
crossbow
but it
shaped like a
should've-
Wii Zapper?
yeah,
Okay,
it should have
yeah,
been
that's
it should
fair.
have been the crossbow shaped like a Wii Zapper.
I have Link's crossbow training because it kind of came with the Wii Zapper. Haven't played it in forever.
I have
I
it
like
as well.
how-
I like the little third-person levels. Those are actually pretty fun.
I like how it's like basically an acid flip of Twilight Princess for the levels, and they just basically made the crossbow minigame as like a whole game. Like those like sort of like that.
Ow.
There was like those arrow minigame thing or whatever. and they made it in just like full game with the zapper.
Yeah. Also, I just realized the GameCube and N64 never had a zapper. Or at least an official one. I know the GameCube had a few third-party ones.
I can't even name any light gun games for either of them.
I think Silent Scope
Silent Scope had a
for
version?
GameCube. I think it had a GameCube version? I am really not sure.
One of my friends had the GBA version of Silent Scope.
Where's my phone? 'Cause I know the PS2 got light guns, but that's mainly just because you could use PS1 light guns on there, so people just started producing them again.
Yeah, I need
And
to...
the Xbox did for Silent Scope.
I need to track down some light guns for the PS1 or something, because I have Time Crisis on PS1, but I don't have any light guns, so it's not really the most ideal way of playing it. Alright, I'm gonna try the Anaki, whatever it is. Splatter Shot Nova.
No, yeah, the GameCube. They're always stuff looking on eBay. There's no light guns.
By the way, have you guys looked at the new catalog items?
Yes.
Because there are
Not.
some Nintendo console-themed items.
Ooh, neat.
There is a Game & Watch called a Play and Observe. There's an NES called an Intended Entertainment System. There's a Super NES called a Supreme NES. Oh. We lost Dennis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those two,
I
think
got an
so, light
error.
guns.
I think there's an N64 called an 8 squared game system. There's a Game Boy called a Game Youth. And there's a GameCube called a Cubic gaming system. They all go in your locker.
Yo. Yeah, N64 and GameCube did not have any light guns. Xbox got a few.
Oh, Soro's in chat. Hey, Soro.
Dreamcast got one. Dreamcast light gun's cool because you can actually have the VMU in it.
That's cool.
I need to get more light gun
Unfortunately,
games,
they're
but I need to track down the light guns.
Expensive as all hell.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say they're probably not cheap.
Let's see, I don't really have too many recommendations for light guns, as I only own the Menace or a generic Master, or a generic Saturn one, as well as NES and Master System.
Ow.
I guess best I can say is, at least for PS1, go with a Namco Gun Con. Those are usually pretty good and cheap if you import them.
Also,
As well as
I
that they're compatible with most games.
am actually seriously debating if I want to try out a
Ow.
VR headset. Because I feel like if I'm going to be going around as a furry VTuber, I probably should actually use VR for VR chat.
Yeah, VR's fun.
Yeah, because there's an entire FurCon going on in VR chat right now called Furality. Gotcha.
No, all I can say is that I would not recommend a Quest.
Well, I'm obviously not doing whatever's typed to Facebook.
Quest 2, and it's pretty bad.
Ow!
It took
Damn, he
me
wasn't
30
lying.
minutes
Those
to-
blobs sure can lob.
It took me like 30 minutes to re-sign in on my new laptop because Facebook was gaslighting me about having an account.
Oh my god.
Whenever I tried to sign in, it said you need to create an account, which is a lie because I have an account. Whenever I tried to create an account with my email, it says you already have an account with that email.
Wonderful.
Should just
And
log
whenever I tried to
social
reset my
media.
password, it says that this email is not in use. So yeah, Facebook is just gaslighting me about whether or not I have an account, so I had to just create a new account.
Damn it! I was about to use an Inkstorm. God damn it.
Specifically for the PC app. My Oculus is still signed into my actual account.
But there's a
think-
Facebook app for PCs?
Yeah, the Oculus app, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can do Facebook in VR for some reason.
You have to have it installed if you want to do cable link.
I mean, I know you can do VR chat without a headset, and I can imagine there are some streamers who do that, and for some reason it is verified on the Steam Deck.
It's not very fun on VR. Especially if you're just going to talk to people.
You can do VR from a Steam Deck. Valve does not recommend it, but they won't stop you.
Yeah.
Just strap the thing to your face or something.
No, you can actually hook up a VR headset to the Steam Deck. I can't imagine why you would do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not really made for VR. VR is pretty process intensive.
Yeah, they say you can do it, but they do not recommend that you try.
Understandable.
Did Dennis join and then immediately disconnect?
It just says please
Oh,
wait.
there he is.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, like, I see people do cool stuff in VR, and I just am praying that when I finally try VR that I don't find out that my motion sickness is going to prevent me from doing it.
Well, you can do VR chat without a VR headset.
True, but it's not as fun.
Yeah, like I was saying, if you're just gonna talk to people and not mess around with like any of the games people have made, it is pretty boring.
Dead roach. All right then.
Okay then.
Well, I mean, like, the bare minimum I would do in VR chat is just hang around and talk to people.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mixed bag, because the best use of VR chat with groups is to have, like, parties or whatnot, and I am not a party person. I would much rather just sit and vibe with friends and play games. So,
I don't see another streamer does like VR chat hangouts, or like hang out for a bit in the world, and then usually go to a game world for a bit, and then watch a movie in a totally legally acquired movie world.
Whiskey Dingo hosts entire game shows in VR chat.
Yeah, that's a thing you can do too.
His VR chat streams are always great, especially when certain people are in the game, like Leroy.
You can never know what the fuck is going to happen when Leroy is there.
Whiskey has referred to Leroy as a brand risk. Because Leroy has no filter, no matter who he's with. There's also a clip from one of Whiskey's, I think it was, I want to say it was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It may have been Weakest Link, but one of his game shows, there's a clip involving Miss Jackie, who's another furry VTuber that lives rent-free in my head. Because the question she got was something like, ESPN's documentary series The Last Dance was about what NBA sports team's quest to get another cup or something. And she just stands there with a blank stare for a moment and says, "Why am I getting math in sports? I'm gay." Hey guys, can we win, please?
No.
We're not letting you.
I'm on your team, so I'm not obligated to let you win.
Okay, but you are on my
I've-
stream, so you are obligated to give me a chance.
I
That is
don't
not
really
how
know.
that works.
That is
Bully the
absolutely
streamer.
how it works. I make the
that
rules.
Bully
gives
the
me-
streamer.
That gives the incentive to make you not win.
Hang on a sec, that's not how this works.
Bully the streamer.
That's exactly how this works.
Ow. Yeah, that blast fucking hurts. Jesus.
Gotcha.
Hey, at least got the ink storm off.
Oof.
I guess we are losing.
Be good of a last push.
Did I just single-handedly wipe out your team?
No. Blue got me. You got the other three, I'm assuming, maybe.
I think I did.
Yeah, that
Thank you
last
for
push
letting me
fucked
win.
us.
You guys can come back next week. Finally, the fucking fist bump plays out. I was wondering when that was actually going to happen. It's supposed to play out after the emotes for the 2 top players in the game. I guess it's only if they're on the same team. God, I've been trying to get that to happen, and I was wondering why it wouldn't. I guess it was because I kept losing.
Kill issue.
I didn't hear the S, so I thought you said kill issue.
I just remembered the Master System has 3D glasses.
I need to get a
Oh,
Master
fuck.
System.
Yes,
Up,
I
there's Peaches.
fucking love the Master System. Yeah,
Bird, what are you going on about?
it has little 3D glasses. There's 2 LCD screens that flicker.
Oh, with the noise suppressor, you guys probably can't hear the birds now.
Aw. I can still hear
I heard the
Discord
birds.
call.
Well, I mean, you guys can probably hear it, but I mean people in chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Knowing how loud the birds are, who knows?
That's true,
I
especially...
mean, there's an easy solution. We can just put a mic next to the birds and then blow out people's speakers.
That mic would not last very long.
No, it would not.
you have
Yeah.
a live bird. You have a live bird cam.
Oh god.
Live
I
bandit
got a
reaction.
double kill there.
Yeah,
I
that new
wonder-
blaster hurts.
Ow.
Yeah, I wanna get one of the Master System 3D glasses sometime, but one of the main problems with them is how I don't really know how I'm gonna wear them because they're designed for like 8-year-olds. I pretty much have to detach the like actual like arms on the glasses and replace them with like a head strap, I think. I mean, it's not like it's hard to detach them. You can pretty much none of them have the arms on them anymore, anyways. Yeah, they plug in through the card slot on the Master System.
Yeah, there's not many old consoles that I still want to get, because there's just not many left for me to get. But I do want to get a Master System, and I'd like to get something for the TurboGrafx, but Analog is coming out with a new TurboGrafx console. I forget what it's called, so I'll probably just end up getting that, because that would be a little easier than getting a Turbo Duo.
Oh god, there's a local store that's selling a Turbo Duo and it's $700.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't have one.
Yeah. But yeah, as per usual, I would highly recommend the Master System.
Yeah, Master System, Turbo Duo, or whatever the analog version is going to be. A Wonder Swan Crystal and a Vectrex. The Vectrex is kind of, I really wish I could, because that is not going to be easy to find.
Yeah.
What happened, Sinky? I just lobbed some bubbles over there and then suddenly you died. I didn't think anyone was over there.
Yeah, I walked into them. Yeah, I have a Wonder Swan crystal. It's very good.
Yeah, the main thing stopping me is I literally have to import everything from Japan for that, because it never came out outside of Japan.
Yeah.
I am buying it for literally 2 games.
Oh, Klonoa.
Klonoa Moonlight Museum and Gunpei.
There's some other good games on it though.
Yeah, those are like the absolute bare minimum I'm getting.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to get a 3DO, because I do know the 3DO does actually have some better versions of early PS1 games. Like Gex and Road Rash.
I could even recommend a 3DO as well, and also has the best Portal Wolf 3D.
I kind of want to get a Playdate, but Jeff Kiley jizzing over it all the time makes me wary of it, because if he is super excited about something, that usually is a pretty good sign that it is the equivalent of a plastic sneaker. And I am iffy on getting an Evercade now. I am starting to think that Blaze Entertainment, the company behind the Evercade, was not aware that that Duke Nukem artist was an AI prompter.
I'm pretty sure they genuinely made a mistake there.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Especially since they removed the art completely and are going to get it replaced.
Yeah, that tells me that they were scammed and were trying to hide the fact, and then when they realized, oh shit, we literally got scammed, they just immediately dumped the guy. The fact that they didn't double down is an amazing sign.
like,
because they easily
when
could have just
someone
doubled
asked,
down.
like, yeah, like, I mean, like, it's not AI generated, it's just an artistic choice, but no, they were immediately like, hey, we're sorry, we removed the art, and we're commissioning new art already.
Yeah. Because I do want the Everkey, because it's like the only good way of getting some of those games, like, legit
It's really good, though. It's really good, too, the VS and the new OLED Evercade. They're both really good.
Yeah, aside from that,
Also,
there's like
Duke Nukem Advanced as well.
basically nothing, or no other consoles on my radar besides the obvious Series X and PS5, which I have no idea when or if I'm getting.
Yeah.
If
There's,
Sony announces Sly Cooper 5 or Gravity Rush 3, I'll be getting the PS5 the instant they're up for pre-order.
There's like a ska track playing right now.
They're going all out with soundtrack. I have the audio turned down a little bit, so I can't hear it all too well right now, but that's what the jukebox is for later.
If you get a Master System, I'd recommend getting an American one, but importing your games from England.
Importing my games from where?
England or just Europe in general.
Okay, I would need a converter, I guess.
No, you do not, actually.
Really? No region locking?
No region lock, and American and European Master System games are the same cartridge shape, unlike Japanese.
What about the 50 Hz, 60 Hz split?
Doesn't matter, none of the games really run at 60.
Okay. I do know the Master System was more popular in Europe, and there were some weird licensing issues with Nintendo and Sega at the time.
Basically, if you published for Nintendo, you were not allowed to publish for anyone else.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew that. There are a lot of games on the NES Master System and TurboGrafx that only came out on the NES in the US.
Yeah, like, basically, here's the difference with the, prices, because it is insane for Master System stuff, is Sonic 1, when I bought it, was $30 with $20 shipping, complete in box shipping from England. An American copy is $200 with free shipping.
Fuck. Free shipping?
Yeah. So yeah, I'd just recommend getting European copies of everything. Some games, yeah, you can get American ones for pretty cheap, but it's uncommon.
Yeah, an Atari Lynx. I forgot about that. I wanted to get one of those because it's got my favorite version of Clax.
I need to get mine
What
fixed,
about-
because whoever did the LCD screen on mine, when I bought it or modded with an LCD screen, and whoever did it did a really bad job, so the system stopped working.
What about the Atari Jaguar?
Honestly, a Jaguar is
You want an
literally
Atari
worth
Jaguar?
getting just for Aliens vs. Predator, from what I've heard.
I want one
And Iron Soldier.
just for action purposes.
It's worth getting for Aliens vs. Predator, both Iron Soldier games, and it's got really good versions of Rayman and Raiden.
Yeah. Fortunately, Jaguars got really expensive. It's like $600.
Yeah, they're also a pain in the ass to emulate, from what I know.
Yeah, it's a weird system since it uses a similar dual CPU setup to the Master System. Or not Master System, sorry, Saturn.
Oh.
That's how they were able to be like, we got 64 bits, because we just got two 32-bit processors that are supposed to work together, but no one knew how to fucking use them.
No.
So the Saturn also had a similar dual CPU setup.
I don't think if there's any other consoles that I would want to get. I can't think of any others.
Yeah, like, remaining for me is mostly just, like, I want to get a 3DO sometime. I want to get a Vectrex sometime.
Vectrex is like so
Virtual
cool.
Boy. Pioneer Laser Active, I want to get one of those at some point, because they're really cool.
Is that the fucking DVD console?
It's the one that plays laser discs.
Oh, that thing. Okay. Good luck with
Yeah.
that. Laserdiscs are prone to disc rot.
Yeah, most of the laser active ones are still in pretty decent condition, but the system's expensive, but it's cool because they did a module system on the side, so you can actually play TurboGrafx 16 and Sega Genesis and CD games on it.
That's cool.
Because underneath the Laserdisc drive, they have a proper, like, normal CD drive.
Yeah, I'm kind of holding off and going back into collecting for a bit, because...
Yeah, like,
kind of need to start job searching at some point. For reasons I don't want to get into, but... You know, there are some places near me that might pay decently. And all I would have to do is clean.
yeah.
So...
Yeah, I haven't really gotten any new, like, consoles lately due to the fact that I'm just out of space for anything that's not a handheld.
Yeah, that's the thing stopping me from any home consoles at the moment, is Zeno and I just don't have the space for anything new. We don't even have the space for a PS5 or something.
Pretty much the only things from handhelds that I want still is the Neo Geo Pocket Color.
I have to
And
replace mine.
I kind of want a Gamescom for the meme.
Oh, do you like
Also,
your
they already did.
audio playing on a single channel?
Yeah.
I am dead serious
the
when I
audio.
say this is what Duke Nukem 3D sounds like on the damn thing. Da 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 da. Blow it out your ass. Da da dun da da dun. It literally has
The
a
thing-
single audio channel for the music, sound effects, and voice acting. So you
Yeah,
will
I
get to
just
hear
wanna
the
replay
music
the
cut
really-
out every other second because something
Yeah,
else
I
is
just
playing
want to
over
play
it.
it. I just want one for the really fucked ports of like Duke Nukem 3D, Sonic Jam, and RE2. It's kind of funny, one of the local stores near me actually has RE2 on the Gamecom. It's bundled with like 4 other Gamecom games. Like, hey, can I get RE2 separate from that, or are you keeping it together? And he was like, no, that's basically the other 4 are free.
They're just
Because
trying to get
RE2
rid
is
of
the
it.
only thing anyone wants.
Didn't the N-Gage also have some really impressive ports that are kind of impossible to play because the N-Gage is a
yeah.
nightmare to actually use?
Yeah, N-Gage I kind of want to, just because it's also weird. It has a weird Call of Duty game and a few really impressive FPS games, as well as, for some reason, just a fully accurate port of Tomb Raider 1.
It's also got its own version of Sonic Advance that was called, like, Sonic N-Gage or something. And,
Yeah, it's not very, that one's pretty
a
bad.
Tony Hawk port, and 2 exclusive Elder Scrolls games.
Yep. One of those got ported to PC, I think, with proper, like, full upscaling and all that, but one of them's still locked, the system.
Ow.
It's just a really weird system.
I've heard people refer to it as, if you're trying to do a call on it, it's like holding a taco.
Yeah,
Because
that's
of where
the
the mic
nickname
is.
people have for it.
Also,
The,
do you want to change games? I hope you like taking out the battery first.
yeah, they
You
used
what?
they used SD cards for them, and they're stored under the battery.
Yeah.
On the Model 1. The Model 2 fixed that issue, but the Model 2s are a lot rarer.
I actually am old enough to remember seeing N-Gage games at GameStop when I was a kid. I never saw them after that.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
They wanted
ever
them.
remember seeing them.
I
Near the end
remember
of the
seeing Dreamcast games at a rental store and wanting to get them, and my parents wouldn't let me because we didn't have a Dreamcast, and I was too young to understand why that would matter. And
Rest in peace, Dreamcast.
I don't think I saw them for very long because the Dreamcast was only on the market for like a year in the US, maybe 2.
Yeah, I think it has a 3-year lifespan, or 4-year lifespan total, but it came out late in the US.
Yeah, it did last longer in Japan.
Yeah, it
And-
was more of a success over there.
There are still games coming out for it. You can get like brand new homebrew Dreamcast games that come with a box and manual and everything.
Yeah, and some repos as well of like unreleased games like Half-Life.
Yeah, I actually
Because
was
people recently got that.
planning on looking through homebrew lists and new releases for older consoles and actually seeing about buying some. Because it's actually really cool to me
Yeah.
that people are still making games for these older consoles.
And there's some that get ignored, like the Saturn and stuff that's held a program for. But you know, like Dreamcast, original Xbox, I think some PS2 stuff, NES, a few Master System.
Yeah, the Dreamcast is by far the most popular because almost everyone agrees that it deserved more time in the spotlight.
Yeah, definitely.
It really
Wasn't it
is a
on
good
the market for like
It was on the market
roughly the
till
same amount of time as the
2002, I
Wii
think.
U?
It's sold
No, Wii U lasted a bit longer.
for the same amount as the Wii U, maybe just
Oh,
a
okay.
little under.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Because its
Okay.
lifetime sales are about 13, or we're about, like, I think 12 million units in basically 2 years on the market. The Wii U got to, I think, 13 or 14 million in 4 years on the market.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking of then, is the sales numbers.
Just keep in mind with the Wii U sales, it reached that milestone in its, like, second year on the market.
Yep.
Basically, the initial sales were all they got.
Honestly, the Dreamcast just got killed by the PS2.
The PS2 sold for 2 reasons, and it sold for only those 2 reasons initially, before it had a lot of big games. It sold because it had the name Sony on it, and it sold because it was cheaper than any DVD player on the market. That is the only reason why it sold.
Yep. And its brand loyalty was mostly from the PS1, because Sega had lost all brand loyalty at that point due to Saturn's failure.
A lot of developers just fucking canceled their Dreamcast ports and went all in on the PS2.
Yeah. It's kind of funny too, because the PS2 is a lot weaker than the Dreamcast.
The PS2 is literally capable of stuff it does not have the power to do.
Yeah, it's weird some of the tricks devs use to actually get shit working on the thing. It has some really amazing games, but it definitely had some hardware issues, like most Sony consoles, honestly.
PS2 has Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, so
Well, it's also got
Yeah, like,
the Katamari games, which up until very recently were exclusive to it.
yeah, like PS2 is an amazing system.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I remember a lot of people back in high school were always shitting on the Wii because the Wii had a bad reputation with shovelware, and I'm like, have you had the PS2? It was worse.
Yeah. That's just what happens when a console's popular. It gets a lot of shit on it.
The only
Yep.
difference is the PS2, while it was underpowered compared to its competition, the gap wasn't as significant as the Wii was.
Yeah, because in comparison to 360 and PS3, the Wii was super underpowered, and that's mainly just because it's a GameCube.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Like, it is
literally
almost
just a GameCube?
exactly a GameCube.
Funnily enough, it's a GameCube that doesn't have the things that the GameCube was geared for. Like, Pikmin 1 and 2 run at a worse frame rate on Wii.
Yeah.
Also, I need to bug out for a quick moment.
Okay.
Alright. And, I mean, up to the point where the prototype Wii was actually a GameCube accessory.
I think I forgot about
People recently found the prototype, and it is a much boxier Wiimote with a sensor bar that plugs into the memory card slot on the GameCube.
that. Interesting.
There's no functional games for it, of course, due to it just being a test.
A functional Nintendo Iris prototype was found.
Iris? What is that?
That was the code name for the DS when it was originally a successor to the GBA and would have had one screen.
Oh, damn.
It's basically just a circuit board and a bunch of stuff slapped together. It has a screen,
Oh,
but the only thing it can run is a sprite demo.
so it's an extremely early prototype where they're literally just getting the specs down.
Yep.
I see.
Yeah, it doesn't have any games because no games are actually made for it.
I guess that's something in common with the PS3 at launch.
I still love how someone did a cover of, no, it was more of a parody of, I think it's In the End by Linkin Park that was about how the PS3 had no games, and then they did an updated version for the PS5.
Yeah, I mean, I think out of all the Sony systems, the PS3 was probably the most messy.
I have a PS3.
Like, yeah, the Vita was...
Oh, well, that actually worked. What the fuck? Fucking
yeah, the Vita was
someone
kind of a
with the
failure,
fucking, inkjet. Yeah, I have a
What were you gonna
PS3,
say?
and I basically never use it. I have games for it. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah, there's some games I need to start playing some more PS3 stuff, especially stuff like Resistance and stuff. Not now.
I mean, we have a
there
360
are
that
good
I
games
also
on it.
almost never use, but... Just because most of
That's
the
the
games
Wii,
that I do have on it are getting remakes, remasters, or ports to current platforms, so I have less of a reason to use the damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the, like, the Vita was the failure. Mainly because Sony just didn't give a shit about it, but the PS3 is a fucking nightmare hardware-wise and software-wise.
It can overheat just by using it normally because the vents are on the bottom of the damn thing.
Yeah, you have the Slim?
Yeah, the Super Slim.
Alright, Super Slim. I mean, that thing's just a piece of shit. I'd recommend replacing it with the Slim or, like, a refurbished launch model that can do PS2. If you ever get more serious about using it.
Replace it. If it dies, it dies.
Yeah. Also, Sony continues to ignore actually figuring out emulation for it, even though people have already figured out emulation for it.
I knew someone who literally played Persona 5 PS3 version on an emulator, and it worked fine for them, from what I know.
Yeah, the PS3 emulator is pretty good now. I think it's like 60% of the library is compatible.
All things considered, it's not a
Sony,
very high. That's not that high of a percent, but it's still better than what it was when the guy played Persona 5.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty good percentage just because of how fucked the console is hard. Like,
Well, it was
the
literally
PS
sabotaged.
Vita emulator. Yeah.
Because the engineer had some kind of a high and mighty, oh, the developers will enjoy being challenged by it. Like, no, they won't. No one's gonna fucking design for the damn thing.
Sabotaged by Sony themselves.
It's because the engineer was full of himself.
The current PS Vita emulator, like the main one, is only compatible with 17% of the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really early in production, and as well as that, it's kind of hard to work with because there's no real way to emulate gesture controls for the back touchpad.
I mean, to be honest, in my opinion, there's not much of emulating the Vita has the same problem of like emulating the Xbox 360. Most of the games that you could emulate on it, you can just play on PC anyways.
Yeah.
There's not much that's
exclusive
ones, to it.
There's still some good exclusives, but there's not much that hasn't been released already back on like PS4.
Yeah.
Still don't know why they haven't done a Killzone port yet, though, because Killzone Mercenary is one of the best games on the system.
Because that's still locked
Yeah.
to the damn thing.
That one relied heavily on the back touchpad, so probably won't be seeing that anytime soon.
Everyone
Basically,
else
if it's
doing okay? Y'all
compatible with
been
the
quiet
PS
for a
TV.
while.
Hmm?
I said, everyone else doing okay? Y'all been quiet for a while.
They're all dead.
I'm good. I just got disconnected between that match, so I'm back in now.
Yeah, basically, if it's on the PS TV, it can be played. It could easily be ported to the PS4, but if it's not, then Sony deemed it too much the back touchscreen reliance.
I always forget the PlayStation TV even fucking exists.
I like it. It's cute. It's good for playing. It's really good for recording specific Vita games. Yeah, since it's not compatible with the library. Yeah. That's a lot easier to record off of than a Vita. And with some mods, you can get it to work with all the games, but at varying results.
Yeah, at some point I need to get a PSP Series 3000 so I can actually possibly stream PSP games, because that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, you should be able to as long as you get an HDMI adapter.
Yep, I do. I have the same one that I sent you. The cheap-ass looking composite HDMI converter that only costs $10.
Oh no, I meant like a proper HDMI adapter
Oh.
for the like direct cable. Few companies produce them because the output is still only going to be like, I think when it outputs on a screen, it outputs at the PSP's resolution. It doesn't output on a enhanced resolution.
Ugh.
So you need an actual like upscaler cable
I feel like at that point it might just
if you want it to look good.
Or I could just pray the game I want to stream comes out on PS4 or something. I feel like ghosting.
Boy. Yeah. I love new PS Plus. I love that they have added 0 games to it since they came out with the newest backwards compatible in quotation marks like games.
What's the difference? Nintendo Switch has games.
I mean, like, for every joke that people make about the PS5 having no games, like, you can say the same thing about the Series X, although it does actually have some notable things, like Hi-Fi Rush, kind of, even though it's on PC.
Yeah.
But then you have
Series X has backwards compatibility going for it, too, so, like...
That's true.
Yeah, like 360 and original Xbox.
The thing about Series X is that, like, Microsoft just has not... For a while now, they haven't really been putting a focus on, oh, we're making this specifically console exclusive. I've seen the benefits to having PC releases for their major franchises and have been doing so sooner than Sony's been starting to do it. So they've never really taken the approach of the Series X being like having like console exclusives. It's just more like, you know, having a console that can run current games in a more affordable setup than building a gaming PC, and always having the option for it to be on PC for people that can have access to that as well. So they kind of double dip. And plus, people just like the Xbox branding. They like, how just Xbox Live works, and they like that sort of like environment and community. So they just kind of ride off that, it feels like. Which works for them.
Actually,
I mean, hey.
June 11th, they're actually doing an event, like their E3 presentation, pretty much.
Who is? Definitely invest in Halo.
Microsoft's doing an Xbox event on June 11th.
I wonder if Nintendo's going to have a June Direct this year, because they didn't last year.
Where
if it's not
Metroid?
this month, it'll probably be next month.
Why wasn't Metroid in the Nintendo Indie Direct?
Come on, Metroid's an indie game, right?
I actually feel like we are going to hear about Metroid Prime 4 this year. I think it's been long enough that we're finally going to start seeing stuff from it soon.
Yeah, retro.
Yeah.
Should be
and
enough time for retro.
Next time we'll hear. Next time we're gonna hear about the sequel to Breath of the Wild. Yeah, that still hasn't come out, by the way. They released some weird spin-off called Tears of the Kingdom.
We didn't get He's like the most important character.
Yeah, we didn't get a sequel to Breath of the Wild, so.
Me and Blue just beelined straight for the mid and just killed each other instantly.
Two samurai meet on the battlefield. Neither returns.
Yep.
And when are they gonna release the sequel to Tears of the Kingdom? We haven't heard about that.
Yeah, soon people will be asking, where's Breath of the Wild 3?
There are people that are legitimately asking where Monster Hunter World 2 is.
Actually, though, people are gonna start like bugging Nintendo real quick about like DLC for Tears of the Kingdom because of Breath of the Wild, like setting an expectation for getting post-launch DLC. Something that no one actually expected would have happened, and then now that it's happened, people are going to expect Tears of the Kingdom DLC.
I actually don't know if they need DLC, because the game is like filled.
Yeah, I don't know what they'd add
with content.
They could do DLC, and I know there's definitely some places where they could do it.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean, it's not
Dennis
like
is
they-
actually close to finishing the game, so if anyone would know out of all of us, it would be him.
It's definitely not going to be anything like the Master Cycle and stuff, considering, you know,
You can already
fucking
basically make it.
crucified Korok mech with 5,000 guns on it.
I literally made a bike.
Apparently bikes are kind of like two-wheeled bikes are hard to make.
I
but
made a
the
one-wheel
cheapest
bike.
way, yeah, that's the thing. I was about to say the cheapest and easiest way to do it is literally using one wheel, and it actually works.
Yeah, the way I do it is I
Two
have one
front-facing
wheel.
wheels
I
make
put,
it tip over.
I put the steering stick on top of the wheel, and then I put a stabilizer on the back
Yep.
so it stays upright.
Yep.
Meanwhile, I just attached 2 fans to a steering stick and call it a day.
Yeah, that's actually the most efficient means, because the fans are in, like, every fucking dispenser.
There's one person who just attached 2 wheels to a Korok and just had them
Oh
drive
my
away.
god.
I just love everyone who, put the Koroks on a cross and then set it on fire.
That shit is fucking funny.
Yeah, I've already seen a picture of someone cosplaying as a crucified Korok.
Oh my
I've
god.
seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah! They're in a like cross made of cardboard with a Korok plush duct taped to their chest. And it just has the, yeah, I need help finding my friend written in a dialogue box also taped to it.
Christina
God.
Valenzuela, who voiced Hestu in Age of Calamity, not Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, tweeted out once saying, "Hey, I voiced Hestu, one of the Koroks in Age of Calamity. I see your Korok sins." She actually did a great job as Hestu in Age of Calamity, by the way. And if you haven't played Age of Calamity, I would actually recommend
Yeah.
it.
Age of Calamity is some fun fan fiction.
It's actually my
Speaking of
favorite
the
Warriors game
Warriors
because it's
game, I still need to play Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes.
I've heard that one is really good. I also like
Yeah.
a voice actor I like. I think her name is Dawn M. Bennett. Voices the main character. If you play as a female, her name is Shez. And I remember she posted a meme that someone had sent her of Shez looking behind her, and there's Dimitri, who's one of the 3 House Lords, walking up to her, and it says, "Mom, I threw up."
Don M. Bennett is a fucking meme lord.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the 3 Houses and 3 Hopes voice actors are meme lords, and quite a few of them also stream on Twitch.
Yeah, I love that the new era, or new wave of voice actors are all, like, streamers and content creators.
Yeah.
Like, Allegra Clark, good god, the bullshit she posts. What the hell?
Voiced Dorothea in Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and in the lore, Dorothea is an opera singer, or at least she sings in an opera house. Allegra did not need to learn opera singing for the role, but she did anyways, and specifically did it so she could make a video of her doing an opera song that is comprised of nothing but the words "Hoes Mad."
If I remember correctly, I believe she voices the character of Boss in the AI Somnium Files series, and she's pretty great in those.
I need to play AI Somnium Files. I might stream those. I don't really stream... Ow. I don't really stream visual novels.
Oh, there's 2 Krakens.
But I'm tempted to do that. I have been told I need to stream Paradise Killer. I told Dennis about that in private. Paradise Killer is an unhinged detective game. You play as a woman whose real name is Lady Love Dies.
Is this game written, directed, and starring Hideo Kojima?
No, it's more like if Ace Attorney was written by Yoko Taro. With
Really?
a little bit of
Because
Kotaro
Kojima's the
Uchikoshi's
person-
plot thrown in.
Because Kojima is the person who named a character Hot Cold Man.
Okay, no, hold on. Guilty Gear has it beat, because Guilty Gear has a character named That Man, and there's another character named Soul Bad Guy.
I mean,
There's another character
again,
named Bedman? With a question mark. Like, you have to frame it as a question, because that's his name.
I mean, Die Hard Man, who's known for dying every like 20 minutes. Hideo Kojima.
Also, shout out to Guilty Gear's director, not only confirming that one of the characters is genderless, but the way he confirmed it was saying that the character's name is Testament has transcended the need for gender, just like me.
Oh, yeah.
What about Hasaru Uchikoshi just completely destroying like transphobes on
A fucking
Twitter?
random Twitter user who I think deleted his account afterwards.
Oh my god.
God damn.
Yeah, dude, the dude just
Destroyed.
tagged Uchikoshi going, something like, I can't believe you bent to the will of the woke Western nonsense for AI, the Somnium Files, and Uchikoshi replied with a several reply long thread that basically
Oh my
boiled
God.
down to LGBT people have always existed in Japan, you absolute clown. He didn't need to
Absolutely
destroy this
decided-
man, but he did.
He literally just decided this guy specifically is going to hell.
Keep in mind, one of the most beloved public figures in Japan is a drag queen.
He really went, Mr. Electric, kill him.
Thank you for
I mean, the
redeeming
first,
that.
I mean, the first Somnium Files game had that whole like little like short speech about like how the LGBT community is like, you know, cool and great and everything.
Which I think
And then-
Uchikoshi confirmed was what he wanted to say to the community.
Well, yeah, because then he did it again in the sequel.
And isn't one of the main
Yeah.
characters in the sequel non-binary?
They're unseen, but yes. It's more of like a end game kind of like last minute character kind of thing,
Ah.
but they're it's kind of like somewhat a character that's just sort of like talked about in the background, but would be very cool if they're explored in a sequel because the Somnium Files sequel also kind of does it a bit too, where characters who were more like one-offs or side characters in the first game become main characters in this game, so it'd be cool to then have a spotlight in the next one.
Goddamn Bo.
But yes, it was it was more like yeah, this character was written as non-binary. They're not like super important to like the plot or anything, but it was just it was just like a sort of like people were just curious about this character who was just only kind of really briefly mentioned. He was like, oh yeah, like that was intended for sure, because they were like, oh, I noticed that this character was only referred to by like they them.
Ow.
Is that significant? He's just like, yeah, that was intentional.
I just remembered when I originally came out as non-binary before I decided gender fluid was more fitting. So many people said we got more non-binary hiney. I think about that a lot. Ow. I got you. I am impressed by how high you can hit things with the Bloblobber.
Yeah, you can arc pretty well with it if you know what you're doing.
Do you know what you're doing?
No. I just know how to play this weapon very defensively.
Oh, this weapon has oh my god, I should be using the mines. I thought I still had the sprinkler. God damn it.
Sub-weapons, motherfucker. Do you use them?
I still have the in FNAF 2 Mangle, just what pronouns? Question mark. Everything.
Oh, speaking of Five Nights at Freddy's, I heard something hilarious. Apparently the reason why Five Nights at Freddy's lore stopped making sense was because Scott Cawthon got really annoyed by MatPat's theory videos, so he literally made the lore make less sense out of spite.
Understandable.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Most people seem to get really annoyed by MatPat.
Well,
kinda
Toby
how the
Fox
first
got
game
annoyed
happened,
by him
but,
because he kept bringing up the Halloween hack that he's desperately trying to disassociate from.
Yeah, like, I remember, like, a couple of videos MatPat kept bringing up the Halloween hack as being, like, canon, even though Toby Fox is like, I don't want anything to do with that anymore, please leave it alone.
I won't give Scott Coffin a hand it to him at all for being mad at MatPat though, because I also don't like Scott Coffin, but
I don't either, but that is a level of pettiness that I can identify with.
Yeah.
That is the only, like, thing I'll give him.
So many...
I don't
MatPat is really easy to
personally
get annoyed
know
about.
what his actual politics are, however, I do believe that who you donate to pretty much just outright says what you believe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, he can, like,
I was
dance
still-
around it all he wants. We all know what he actually believes. But I will give him credit that his reaction to MatPat is a very natural reaction.
what about the little neighbor developers who kept adding
That is like the, like,
MatPat,
opposite
you're gonna love
reaction
analyzing
one
this
should
newest
have
trailer.
to MatPat theories.
God, I love them trying to, like, tweet at MatPat, like, 3 times in a row and getting completely
And this is
ignored.
your internet okay? You keep disconnected.
I keep getting like errors.
I haven't been
Weird.
getting any of this time. The last 2 times Blue and I tried to play games by ourselves, Nintendo just would not let us play.
Maybe restart your Switch?
Set your Switch on... Oh, wait, you don't have an Ethernet cable.
Well, there's your problem.
Yeah, Dennis.
I played played through FNAF Security Breach. That game is game.
It's a fucking mess.
Sure is a video game.
Yeah,
I have
it is one of the
seen-
video games.
I watched
It is-
Whiskey play it, and what really sucks is that there are fleeting moments that are actually kind of cool that are ruined by literally everything else.
Yeah. I mean,
What
the
is
game was
happening
killed by
down there, Val? What the fuck?
the game was killed by overambition.
It desperately wanted to be Alien Isolation, and they did not have the competence to make that happen.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, looking at the early trailers, the code, and just everything around it, there was supposed to be, like, so much more. That just never ended up in. I mean, the story, within the year of the first, like, proper trailer in between release, the story got a complete rewrite.
That actually was because of MatPat's theories.
Wait, really?
Apparently, MatPat was right about what the game was going to be about, and that annoyed Scott so much that before he left the team, he completely rewrote the story.
yeah, so the reason why Scott Coffin is a very bad game developer is because he makes plots which where he sprinkles, like hints and whatever, and wants you to kind of guess what's going on. But then when people start figuring it out, it's like, uh-oh, people figured it out, and it's gonna make it too predictable or whatever, and so it's like, let's just change everything because everyone guessed it right, and then suddenly your plots make no sense. All that good thing up to plot reveals is thrown away just to be surprising for the sake of the surprise for your plot, I guess. And
That's kind of
that tends to happen a lot with a lot of writing, like nowadays.
Yeah.
Where it's like when people start guessing ahead of time where things are going to go, rather than congratulating people and being observant and rewarding feeling of like, hey, I have good media literacy, was able to figure out where things are going to be. Instead, people get disappointed because of randomly changing a way that doesn't make sense because of that.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
about
like-
the Five Nights at Freddy's 4, which had like the mysterious box at the end of the game that just was never opened or explained, and was like apparently very lore event.
Yeah,
And,
and
you know,
people figured it out
hamsters and stuff.
somewhat now. The box,
But,
people kind of figured out the box was never intended to be opened. I think it was more implying there was like 2 creators for the animatronics before we knew about the other character, Henry.
Although, I mean, all the lore that exists in the books that is inexplicably like canon to the games, and then the games expect you to like just know these things.
Oh no, that was something the community figured out with the box.
Oh, I know. It's just like, you know,
But yeah,
This
the
is
box
talk
Kingdom
about,
Hearts
like, you
level
know,
of weird
people
writing.
start throwing out like character
Yeah.
names and stuff, and it's
Kingdom
like, oh,
Hearts
the
at least
characters
was
on the
somewhat
books.
consistent. They
It's
didn't
like
change
the-
things last minute. They had a plan and they stuck with it. It just doesn't make any sense.
like
It's like
FNAF,
the key.
FNAF ignoring Flora and sister location makes sense.
But then, Pizza Simulator makes no sense as a plot if you're playing the games. Actually, sister location also makes almost no sense if you only play the games. You, for some reason, need to read the books.
You have to read the
Oh, the
books to
Silver
know
Eyes
who
are
the
out
fuck
at that
William Afton is.
Yeah,
you mean Shaggy?
Silver Eyes.
Shaggy?
I forgot the Silver
I
Eyes
love to
books
say that's
were
the
out at
that's
that
the
time.
world's most inspired casting of all time.
Yeah.
Wait.
In the
I
FNAF
haven't
movie,
seen the trailer. What are you
William
talking
Afton
about?
is voiced by the same guy
Oh,
who's
Matthew
Shaggy.
Matthew Lillard is William Afton, aka Purple Guy, the man behind the slaughter,
Man behind the slaughter.
which
Yeah,
I think is probably the most inspired casting of all time, because Matthew Lillard can play a good villain, and that's
I really, honestly, I
He'll
kind
be
of just
good.
hope he does the Shaggy voice the entire time.
the Virgin Five Nights at Freddy's versus the Chad Wally's Wonderworld. That's the fucking Nicolas
about-
Cage movie.
I'm pretty sure that movie is the reason why Nicolas Cage is getting added to a Dead by Daylight as a survivor.
Yeah.
I sure hope so.
He should have been added
Yeah.
as a killer, though.
Yeah, the FNAF security breach, like just in the files, there's an entire missing proper final boss fight that was supposed to be like 2 phases. Roxy does not actually have a boss fight in game, but she was supposed to have a go-kart minigame that got completely cut.
You even use the go-kart in the game.
Yeah, like in the cutscene where she dies, or I guess gets obliterated by a go-kart, you are driving the go-kart. You're never able to actually use it though, and it is in the files as a drivable thing.
I'm also
funny,
convinced that
too,
the
if you,
character designs in Security Breach were either made by furries or intentionally made to try to get furries interested in the game.
I mean, it worked.
You don't accidentally design Glamrock Freddy like that. That is intentional. You guys doing okay?
Yeah, the it's kind of funny when you have if you spawn the go-kart in with cheats, because if you hit an animatronic with it, they ragdoll and get sent across the map
Oh my god.
at high speeds. They still jump
that
scare
game
you,
has,
but if you
like-
turn off deaths, it just fucking eats them.
that game has like gameplay and stuff. I'm so accustomed to just, you know, it being a hide and seek
Hide from the jump scare.
kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it was
where, you know,
supposed to have
watch the
more.
cameras and play hide and seek.
If the story didn't get fucked with in the middle of development, as well as Steel not being as ambitious, I feel like it actually probably could have been good. Which is why I have some hopes for the Ruin DLC of maybe being at least okay. I mean, the actual game's framework is a fucking nightmare. There's really no fixing that. Just on my casual playthrough, not attempting any glitches, I saw so many fucking random bugs and issues, and like NPCs with set pathing clipping through objects that were placed, like, set down with no physics or anything.
Wow.
Like, how?
Wow, hope someone got fired for that blunder.
Honestly, if you really want a good Five Nights at Freddy's game, just play I'm on Observation Duty.
Yeah.
It's still
just, like,
hide from
FNAF
the
1
jump
or 2.
scare, but it actually understood what to do with the cameras.
Yeah. That's one issue with FNAF games, too, is the cameras are useless unless you're playing, like, FNAF 3.
Yeah, FNAF 3 is the only one where you actually need to use the cameras. The whole gimmick of the game is actually pointless in the first two, because it doesn't actually matter where the animatronics are, because the only time you need to pay attention is to one specific room to keep something from leaving it and knowing when it's leaving. Every other time, you just need to press a button when something enters.
Yeah. Optimal is, for FNAF 1, is use cameras to stall Foxy, check where Freddy is, and then check doors. Repeat until you win. FNAF 2 is just left vent, middle, right vent, rewind. Put on mask, left vent, middle, right vent, rewind. Or crank. Just repeat that for the whole game.
That's why Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was my favorite, even though I never played it, because you actually had to use the mechanic the series was designed around.
Even though obviously there's no cameras, from what I could tell from Markiplier's playthrough of 4, that one's also very solid in terms of having like gameplay that makes you think and use, you know, like that one was actually very fun to watch him play, because he very much understood the game mechanics and figured out, like, you know, what sounds you need to listen for. You need to open the door, when you need to close the door. Like, he understood all that and had a rhythm to it, and it was actually pretty fun to watch him like go through it.
4 sound design is actually really good, because every animatronic has its own like movement noises and breathing sound effects and all that, so you can actually tell subtle differences.
I need to rewatch his playthrough with headphones on.
Yeah, FNAF 4 is a game that's made to be played with headphones, because for obvious reasons.
But yeah, actually looking back, that was my favorite playthrough of Markiplier's stuff. I need to watch...
Sister Location is the game.
I need to watch more of Markiplier's videos, because I haven't regularly watched him or Alpharad, who were like the two big YouTubers that I watched a lot. I haven't watched them consistently in a long time.
Markiplier's modern videos can be kind of hit or miss.
Is what?
His rap videos are good, but...
Yeah, Markiplier's modern videos are hit or miss. Sometimes he actually does, like, pretty good content. Sometimes he plays Garden of Banban and thinks it's actually a good horror game. Unironically.
Yeah.
You know what? People, I don't even know what that is, but apparently I guess that's something that people don't like. And
it is one of the worst horror games in recent memory. I have seen two different people play it, and I don't know a single person who likes it.
I've played all 3 of them because I like experiencing the absolute shit show of it, and yeah, all 3 are absolutely terrible with basically no redeeming qualities. They're time wasters, they're horribly made.
They are desperately trying to be the SCP Foundation. There are so many horror games coming out that just wish they were the SCP Foundation.
Yeah, the only thing I can give Garden of Banban 3 credit for is there's a few, like, joke scenes that genuinely got me because of how fucking unexpected they were. Like, I doubt if you really care about fucking Garden of Banban spoilers, because fuck that game can go to hell, but there's a scene where you get drugged and wake up in, like, a car dream, and when you fucking wake up and look to your right, the character just fucking Skyrim, hey, you're finally awake.
Oh my god.
You know what, I'll give that one to them.
Yeah, I was like, holy fuck, what?
That's
like,
fair.
that's actually just genuinely fucking funny.
Yeah, that got me. I was like, oh my god.
Todd Howard, you've done it again.
Yeah.
I've seen pillows of that, by the way, of just a screenshot of that.
Yeah.
From Skyrim.
I will say, I will be there on day 1 for the Markiplier Iron Lung adaptation.
I need to play Iron Lung. By the way, my 200 follower special is going to be Iron Lung. I've decided.
Yeah.
I think you'll be fine with it. 52 followers away from 200, though.
Like, I think you'll be fine with the game, because it's not claustrophobia that gets you, right?
No.
Yeah, the game's mostly claustrophobia.
Yeah, and I don't have as much of an issue underwater if I'm in a vehicle. Because, like, in Subnautica, I only get, like, anxious when I'm in the water, like, just swimming freely. When I watch the game, I still get a little anxious, but when people are, like, in the base or in one of the submarine things, I'm perfectly fine.
Yeah.
If you ever want claustrophobia, watch cave spelunking videos on YouTube.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no thanks. I just realized, dude, probably a good thing you don't play Destiny because the current season I don't think you could actually play.
I genuinely have no interest in Destiny. I play Warframe, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah. Current Destiny season features heavy amounts of underwater sections.
Yeah, of course. Oh my
Didn't
god,
they
you
just
guys
add
have the
in
Morrowind
fishing?
protagonist on your team, Val, in blue.
Go.
Didn't Destiny like recently add in fishing or something?
Yeah, you can go fishing now, and it's fucking glorious. I love just going to a spot and just 12 people sitting in a circle fishing.
A true
That's
MMO experience.
Yeah. Get
Just like
weapons out
Victor
of them.
famed MMORPG for Final Fantasy XIV.
Is it the one with the award-winning A Realm Reborn expansion? The one where you can play up to level 50?
It's Heaven's Sword, but yes.
Is it the one with the free trial?
Yes.
I heard it was better than Civilization 5 with the Brave New World expansion.
Oh, God. The greatest, worst episode of all time on TV.
I don't understand how
The
Law and
same
Order
episode that has Justin Bieber getting shot too.
Oh, that's a different episode?
Yeah.
And I think that was
Oh,
actually
okay.
CSI.
Actually, I actually owed a physical copy of Final Fantasy XIV for the PS4.
They make
Yeah, I
physical
I
mean-
got it
copies of
on clearance for $5 because I was like, fuck it, this would be funny to own.
I have Counter-Strike for original Xbox.
One of my friends plays on console.
I mean, Counter-Strike's original Xbox 4 is pretty good, besides, you know, the fact that it's dead.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't like
Counter-Strike never
Counter-Strike.
got-
I don't know why I bought it.
Oh,
Well, it's because you need to have Counter-Strike installed to see these textures.
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna go with that.
Counter-Strike. You need Counter-Strike Source to play Half-Life 2 on the original Xbox.
Sure. Ow. I don't know what possesses me to walk towards blue in a straight line when they're using the
It's a lot of
spot
people.
line. You know, I feel like being parallel with blue and strafing in the same direction they're strafing is not doing me any favors. I will not learn from this.
So, also at this point with like FNAF stuff, you're better off just playing fan games.
There's actually a
Decoration.
really good SCP Foundation Five Nights at Freddy's inspired game. I believe it's called SCP
Yeah.
Foundation, oh my god, I forgot the name.
This game?
No, it's like Endurance Test, I think.
Oh.
It's actually really
Yeah,
good
yeah.
and makes really good use of some of the SCPs. It's got, the old man, the plague doctor, the teddy bear, Peanut, obviously, and I forget what
Yeah.
else.
It's also got the dimensional door, the meatball, and I think one other I'm forgetting about.
Does
What's
it
your
have
favorite-
SCPs or physics?
Oh, the mask.
What's your favorite SCP, by the way?
I remember the number, but it's the toaster that makes you speak in from the perspective of the toaster.
Yeah, I am
yeah.
also my favorite because I am the toaster. See, Dennis, if you're
There's
going to
one.
bring
That's
if
my
you're going to
favorite
bring
one.
myself up, you have to refer to myself in the first person. That's the only way you can mention myself.
Yeah.
I forget the SCP's number, but it's a rusted power suit that has an entire like alternative world apocalypse story that's actually really good.
The three that I love the most are myself, the toaster, the VHS tape of Ronald Reagan's speech that depicts him deteriorating in a different way every time you watch it, and the gallon of spoiled milk that maims anyone who tries to open it, but nobody sees it happen. Those are my three favorites.
There's also the IKEA. Who could forget
Oh,
the
yeah,
IKEA?
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
I have
It's literally IKEA, but you can't escape from it. There's no, there's
Yeah,
there,
yeah, it's and
there,
it's
there are
literally
no
the-
exits.
Backrooms IKEA.
That
Okay,
It
is
has a, it has,
yeah.
it has a day-night cycle, and its employees are faceless, like mannequins that like will like follow you around the store when it's like night, and we'll just keep repeating like the store is closed. Please head to the nearest exit, or something like that.
Yeah, they also kill you.
And they also kill you.
God, I fucking love the creativity with the
Yeah.
SCP Foundation. I think
an
the
endless-
myself, the toaster, is probably just the most creative thing that I have ever written about myself.
The environmental power suit one is pretty cool because it's literally just it's a power suit that lets the user become invisible to anyone around them. And just some janitor ends up getting it, and it's pretty much just him exploring a world where the SCP Foundation went fucking insane and just released everything at once.
The SCP Containment Breach game also has a lot of really cool interactions with the SCPs, which you normally wouldn't see. I don't remember the name of it, but there is a ring in the SCP website.
Oh, the Jade Ring.
That makes you... it doesn't really make you stupid, but it makes you just, I think, like, tired and slow. And in the game...
It's the Jade Ring. It makes you pretty much invulnerable to all forms of diseases and physical damage, but it will slowly make you fall asleep.
Yeah, and in the game, it actually prevents several things from harming you because you're literally too stupid to understand what's happening.
I don't think it has any intelligence effects. It's
But
just
that's how
makes you
Whiskey
really
described
strong.
it. But like the musical sheet that makes you rip out your own arteries to finish it has no effect on you because you're too tired.
Yeah, it doesn't have any intelligence effects. It's just that it starts putting you to sleep slowly while you're wearing it.
Whiskey refers to it
Eventually
as the
just
good
incapacitating
ring.
the user.
Oh, one of my other favorites, the woman stuck in a piece of paper. The drawing of a woman. That one's actually sad.
Yeah.
Especially because
the ring
as part of that listing on the SCP Wiki, it was revealed that someone accidentally revealed to the woman what her predicament is, and it made her depressed. Because she wasn't aware she was stuck in paper.
I do
Yeah,
a lot of like my interactions with the SCP stuff is through either game modes on Gary's mod or through SCP Secret Laboratory. So I know like a handful just based on like how they function in this.
Unfortunately, Secret Laboratory is basically not able to be considered canon anymore, as they changed a lot of the SCPs to not work how they do in lore.
Oh,
I know Peanut's picture
Dogs
got changed as
completely
well.
changed. Yeah, Peanut had to be changed.
Yeah, because...
well, that I
copyright.
know in general, and that's in like every outfit because the copyright.
Yeah, because the
It's
artist who made the
basically- you
original
can use
sculpture did
Peanut.
not like that it was used for SCPs.
Yeah. Basically, you can use Peanut if you if the product is free and you credit the artist. That's the stipulations to keeping Peanut around. Other than that, you have to redesign them if you want to actually make the game paid.
Oh, the SCP Containment Breach game and its mods, the vending machine is also really funny.
Oh yeah, the vending machine.
If you put... There's one SCP who literally calls himself God and appears as most depictions of God. If you put that SCP's name into the vending machine, it explodes and takes out half the facility with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that SCP is pretty neat too. I like how the Foundation is not sure if it actually like is just straight up God or just some like neat entity that's just pretending to be God.
The funny thing is, they can't really contain him, but he doesn't want to leave.
Oh no, he's in self-containment. He's like, yeah, I'll stay here.
Yeah, and
just
if
going-
I remember
He can straight
correctly,
up-
they actually treat him as a therapist.
Yeah. He's like a site therapist because he literally is just... He can teleport. He could just leave if he wanted to at any time.
There is... So, for the SCP Containment Breach game, you play as one of the Class D personnel. There is a total conversion mod of Containment Breach that changes why you're there, who you're playing as, and what SCPs show up. I don't remember the name of it, but in that one, you play as a janitor who is revealed to be the father of the little girl SCP. I don't remember the little girl's name, but in the SCP lore, she had talked to God. And in the mod, you play as her father, who ended up as a janitor in the facility for reasons I won't explain.
Also
Yeah,
kind of
the
funny
soft
in
spot for
Containment Breach.
SCP janitors.
Containment
I-
Breach.
I had Containment Breach on my old laptop, but the text kept flickering, so I couldn't play it.
Oh. Containment Breach, if you don't really care about story spoilers for like a 20-year-old game at this point, that your D-class character is actually an SCP.
Yep, because the saving and loading is actually part of the game.
Yeah, there's some cut content too that didn't make it in because the dev decided it was kind of stupid, where the one where you get recaptured by the SCP Foundation has some extra stuff where other game mechanics like save quitting and then just you doing weird ass fucking shit is also canon, like just jumping on tables randomly.
Yeah, and the mod that I'm talking about, which I forget the name of, you're a janitor, not D-class personnel.
Yeah.
And you go through different parts of the facility. Because if I remember correctly, for the mod, Containment Breach is actually canon, because they do reference the player of Containment Breach. And it's a rebuilt facility after the SCPs were recontained and they broke out again.
Yeah, Containment Breach is good, it's just really, really hard to play on modern hardware, as it does not get along well with Windows 11 or just modern hardware in general. Mine crashes after 2 hours of playing and deletes my save data.
Jesus.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's no really good way to play it now, because there's some Steam versions, but they're just the original game, stolen and uploaded on Steam without permission.
How were they not
wonderful.
taken down?
I'm not really sure.
It's so weird.
I think they have some mods strapped to them that make them technically fair use. Yeah, the main game has not had any fixes or anything, and there's a few like canceled Unity remakes that were pretty shit, so there's really no good way to play it anymore, unfortunately. Unless you want to use older hardware.
Yeah, it's a cool game. I actually think the random layouts hurt it for me a little bit. Just given the way the game works. So I don't think I would enjoy it, but I do enjoy watching other people play it.
And hey, the dev, or I guess devs now, who made it, just came out with a new game.
Oh, that's cool.
Trauma.
Oh! That was
Yeah,
them?
that's them. Yeah.
Shit, okay, well, I might actually check that out.
Trauma was made by the devs who did SCP Containment Breach.
That's so cool.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
what's
them.
the game called?
Barrow
Trauma.
How do you spell this?
I'll put it in the collab channel.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. I don't think you do too well with it, Spike. It's a submarine game.
Oh.
And you very, very often have to go into the middle of the fucking ocean.
Yeah, it's a horror game?
Yeah, it's
That is an absolute
game, yeah.
no, nope, never, fuck off from me.
Yeah,
That's gonna be your
of it.
300. That's
You would
gonna be
not
your
be able to
300
play
sub
it.
game, right?
No, I am absolutely not
Basically,
streaming it, because if I do stream it, I'm gonna fucking shit myself and have a mental breakdown on stream.
It can have some funny moments, of course, because like I NPC allies. Like I was exploring a wrecked sub, and I have this like 50-year-old who mans the laser cannon. I just see in the comms some hostile spotted, hear the laser gun charge up, and just get nailed in the head and die.
What the fuck?
She fucking sniped me across the map. for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, for those who are new, I have very bad thalassophobia. And it's not something I can really do anything about.
Yeah.
Because the way my thalassophobia works is my brain will find something to be afraid of, and it is unique to every game I play that has underwater.
Well, hey, at least with Power Trauma, you'd probably be actually scared of the game.
True.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised that Dredge didn't set me off, even though there's, like, fish everywhere. But I think it's because I'm on a boat, not in the water.
Yeah.
Water in the boat.
Now, how did I get Simkey but not Bao? I was aiming at Bao.
I don't know, you accidentally hit me.
Why did you mentioning that you're on a boat in Dredge make me think of the Lonely Island song? I'm on a boat.
No.
Oh, wait, if y'all haven't played Dredge, you absolutely should.
It's great.
It has a very beautiful blend of casual fishing and Lovecraftian horror. And it works extremely
Cosmic
well.
horror is what that's called.
Yeah, cosmic horror.
Yeah.
It works extremely well because the cozy moments feel that much more special when you're not actively dealing with what lies in the ocean. So, it's actually a really interesting mixture that I think very few games can do right. And I'm looking forward to the DLC that's coming out at some point.
Yep. Yeah, Power Trauma's good, but I would recommend it as long as you're not definitely afraid of water.
Yeah, I mean,
Fun.
Outer Wilds with the Ocean Planet was hard enough for me. And... okay, I don't want to say too much because Val hasn't played Outer Wilds and is starting to kill me if I spoil it, but... that was hard by itself. And I've tried to play Subnautica. Yeah. And I literally had a panic attack the last time I tried to play Subnautica. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, think of it as basically 2D Subnautica, but there is no land. The game takes place on Europa, underneath the ice.
For Subnautica, I feel like that game is just actively trying to make all of its players have a panic attack as well.
Yeah.
Subnautica literally be like, do you fear the ocean? No. Would you like to?
I mean, pretty much. It's like,
Yeah.
it's already like, you know, the premise enough obviously will be rough for anyone who deals with thalassophobia, but then it also feels like the game just actively wants you to be afraid even if you don't have thalassophobia.
So, my anxieties and fears don't usually kick in as much when I'm watching someone else play the game. I get tense watching people play Subnautica, and I watched a video of someone going up and past the drop-off, and the moment they went up to the drop-off and looked down, I felt like a twang go straight from my heart all the way down my spine.
Oh, fuck.
Like, I do not like it. I also know...
Is that the trench?
It's a trench. Trench, yeah. I call it a drop-off.
Yeah.
Well, I think is that maybe what's called in the game.
I believe it's called a trench.
Oh.
I also know that Below Zero has another not-so-fun area. It's called the Blood Kelp Zone.
Oh.
I don't know what's there, but from what I know, it's just as bad as the trench. Because in the trench, there's a bunch of leviathans that hang out that only really spawn when you're actively in there. And apparently in Below Zero with the Blood Kelp Zones, there's something that hangs out around the Blood Kelp Zones.
Blood Kelp? What about a Blood Ocean? From the hit, critically acclaimed game Iron Lung.
I still need to play that.
Yep. In Borrow Trauma, there's a class system. I usually play as a ship captain, and it's just kind of terrifying just going through the ocean and to just having a thunk happen at the bottom of the submarine, seeing damage and flooding, and then just watching 2 NPCs die up in the top left corner. It's like, something is in the ship. I do not know what it is, but it just killed 2 people.
For those that aren't aware, by the way, barotrauma refers to any kind of damage to the body done by pressure.
Yeah.
Generalized barotrauma is also referred to as decompression sickness or the bends.
Which...
And that is where air bubbles form in your blood cells, and your entire body will feel like it's on fire, and it will kill you because literally every blood vessel in your body explodes.
Yeah, I think I heard something about how 2 divers surfaced rapidly while in something because something malfunctioned, and they basically got literally turned into mush.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is what the bends can do to you. That is a form of barotrauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Literally
you're
just
like, you know, diving, you can't surface too quickly.
It
You
will
also
just
can't die
literally
quickly.
kill you.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
decompress.
We go to space
can't
because we
just-
fear what's in the ocean.
Yeah, I love the way barotrauma. I'm just piloting my submarine, and then a creature just smashes through the front window, and I just explode from pressure damage.
Wonderful.
Also, I am very much looking forward to seeing Dennis's messages when he finally plays Dredge and starts seeing the fish. I don't know if he knows what exactly you're fishing, but there's some very interesting fish.
I don't like. I mean, I watched the trailer, so
Yeah, I never saw the trailer, so I don't know what's in it. I went into it knowing about the fish.
I know it's not a normal fishing game.
It's what?
So I know it's not a normal fishing game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that much I know.
Yeah. So
Other than that, I'd like to just keep it as me knowing the premise, but I think I basically know the idea is what you're talking about.
read the descriptions is all I'm going to say.
Yeah, just read the descriptions of the fish.
Update.
Yes.
I always read.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zeno and I
One
would
other-
read the descriptions to each other whenever we caught something new, because we were playing the game around the same time. And every now and then, we would just read a description, and the other one would just go, "Oh!"
Or we'd read a description, we'd hear the other one just go, "What the fuck?"
Alright, give me a sec. I have a lot of money.
One
That
other,
is a jackpot.
just funny thing in barotrauma is I just randomly see like 2 messages from my crew saying, "There's a fire in the reactor room." Then a bright white flash, and everyone except for me on the sub is dead, and I'm rapidly sinking. The fucking
Okay.
reactor caught on fire and detonated.
Jesus.
I was the only one far enough away because the reactor's at the bottom of the ship and I'm at the top.
Yeah, I gotta bug out for a quick moment.
Alright. Well, I guess I will just join a match, and then you guys can join me afterwards. We still got an hour left in stream. If anyone needs to leave, you know, you don't have to stay for the whole thing.
Yeah, I should be here for the whole thing.
So I'll be going for 1 more hour, and then I will be ready.
Ooh.
Also, I don't want to get into story details, but I've been playing more Xenoblade 3 off-stream, and something happened that was kind of funny. Okay, I guess I'll get a disconnect. Because there's a really important story thing happening, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I thought they were going to do this, and then they do it.
Oh.
And I'm just like, uh-oh. But yeah, I have been told that Xenoblade 3, compared to most JRPGs, no one is safe in the story. And I haven't even gotten to the part that breaks everyone. Oh my god, there's a Hi Dennis on my team. Hi Dennis, hi Jude. Hi
Oh.
Dennis.
Dennis gets a free shout out from some random person.
Hi Jude. I forgot how the song goes. God damn it, I can't do the joke. Never mind, I tried, guys. Dennis is the resident Beatles.
Why
expert.
you don't know the lyrics to Hey Jude? I'll be threatening you. Peace.
What? What are you gonna do? Milk me?
I'm warning you with peace and love, not threatening.
Peace and love.
Okay, well I didn't want to come down here, but whatever.
I'm warning you with peace and love is a very powerful sentence.
Oh, okay, I remember what that is now. I can't hear the phrase peace and love, though, without thinking of, Peace, Love, and Understanden from Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice. Fucking heavy metal, Jesus. By the way, that's actually his name. Peace, Love, and Understanden.
Are you saying that that's his name? That's the only way you can get away with this?
Yep, just like Dick Douche. Ow.
Oh wow, was I muted this whole time?
Wait, Val, you were muted?
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't talking.
Okay.
I was gonna be like, you gotta be kidding me.
I was concerned about you being so quiet, Val, because you're normally one of the more vocal ones.
I just haven't felt like talking tonight.
That's okay. As long as everything's fine, you know. Just you are normally one of the more vocal people in my calls, so. But I guess. I am not doing too well in this match, guys. Glacia, Winter Lovin' Queen.
Why is it the way you said that instantly made me think of, oh god, what's the one Ace Attorney character's name? Peace, Love, and Understanding.
It was literally just talking about him.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I wasn't here, I was taking care of the birds, so.
We were literally just talking about him after the... someone said they were gonna... Or Dennis said he was gonna warn me with peace, love, and understanding. Yeah, Spirit of Justice also has a character who guides, Phoenix through the country he's in. His name is Albie or Guide.
Jesus Christ.
Joining the ranks of Ace Attorney characters such as April May,
I'm back.
last name June, Mr. Red White, who's the owner of Blue Corp, Mo the Clown, full name Jerome Horowitz Larry, or something like that. Ben Triloquist, who has a puppet, and there was a really
There's my personal favorite from Ace Attorney. From Ace Attorney Investigations. My personal favorite is the victim in one of the cases in the investigation games, whose name is Deadman. Deidmann.
Jesus.
I feel like the name might be telling us.
Oh,
something.
also Sylvie the Killer, who is a serial killer. Not a serial killer, a hitman.
Shelley, but yes.
Oh, Shelley the Killer.
You see, he's called Shelley the Killer because I think because he has a seashells. That's why. It's his calling card.
Also, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Dick and Gumshoe are other words for detective, so his full name is actually Detective.
You know what else they're words for?
Hmm?
Nothing.
Oh god, fucking. God damn.
And what about
Oh.
the character from Apollo Justice, who was literally named after like a 2000s internet meme?
I don't remember that
It was
one.
Olga Orly, whose entire shtick was the "Oh really" meme. For some reason,
I think I forgot about that.
the person who was like faking the like Slavic accent.
I do not remember this person at all.
It's in the opening case of Apollo Justice, so you don't really spend too much time with her, anyways. She's just like the opening witness, basically.
Oh, the Russian lady?
Yeah.
Oh, her! I don't remember her.
Damn.
Oh, her doesn't remember her.
Well, I remember what she looks like. I do not remember her name, and I do not remember a single thing she says other than saying "ya" a lot. She's supposed to be Russian, but that's not generically Slavic, specifically Russian. I think.
Who knows? I mean, in those games, you're supposed to be both in Japan and California at the same time.
I live in California, and by that I mean Japan. Eat your hamburgers.
Eat your hamburgers.
God, by the way, that line
You
is from
share
a
a single
webcomic.
brain cell.
That line is from a webcomic called Awkward Zombie, and if you're not following that comic or its creator, you really need to. Katie Tiedrick is a mood.
She does have good video game memes. Very influential in that regards.
Yep. Well, I mean, Eat Your Hamburgers
Like-
Apollo is single-handedly one of the most quoted Ace Attorney lines, and it's not even from the goddamn game.
She's like the Neil Cicerega of video game memes.
I still cannot believe that Neil made Ariel Needs Legs, Mouth Moods, Bustin', The Potter Puppet Pals, Brody Quest. God, he did one other thing and I just forgot what it was. The dude just comes back every couple of years for a new viral meme and everyone forgets it's him.
Mm.
I think one of my favorite things about him was when he had just come out with Mouth Moods. And
I got a
John
beer
Tron
real quick,
congratulated him on Twitter, and Neil's sole reaction was, "Aren't you the guy who called a journalist the arsler?" And that was his only ever interaction with John Tron. You can actually buy mouth modes, because I think you can actually buy it. Oh, 2 trucks. That's it. That was the thing.
He did that too?
That was Neil.
Oh my god.
That was under the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny. He did that too, actually. Because he is Lemon Demon.
I like tuned out for like half of that. Did you mention Harry Potter Puppet Pals yet?
Yes.
Yeah, he did that. The only good thing to come from that franchise.
Well, and the Robot Chicken parodies, those are kind of good. Well, okay, no, the only good thing to come from that franchise were the 3 main actors, because they are genuinely amazing people, and they refuse to return to Harry Potter if Rowling's involved. Supposedly, that's the whole reason they're doing an HBO series.
I think Draco's actor as well, but I don't remember.
Yeah, he also hates her. The main one I know who did support her was Hagrid's actor, and he's dead. I do not want to speak ill of the dead, but I did not necessarily shed a tear for that. That's all I will say. Ow. So, I am not surprised in the slightest that Blue is using the new Splatana. I can't make sense of it. I don't think I'm cut out to use the Splatanas. I was too busy partying to study the blade.
Neil Cicerega did music for Gravity Falls.
Excuse me?
Yeah, he apparently did like 3 main songs from the show.
I haven't watched Gravity Falls, by the way.
Also, his sister storyboarded for the Owl House.
She also was the one who voiced Ariel in the dub of Ariel and its Legs. My introduction to Ariel Needs Legs, by the way, was the Breath of the Wild parody.
Imagine.
I have that Imagine bit as a sticker in my personal server. Or our personal server. Val's personal server. Whoever owns it. I think it's Val.
Yeah, it doesn't matter much anymore.
It is true.
There is no I, only we.
Maybe have the Russian national... Oh, wait. Is it still fun to use the Russian national anthem, or is it kind of a red flag now? Don't fucking make the joke. I didn't think it through.
I was just about to say something.
Do not make the joke.
Yeah.
I did not think that through. Do not fucking say anything.
I'm somehow missing what the joke is going to be.
Dennis, what
Someone
color is the
please say it.
USSR's flag?
I don't know.
But
It's red!
I
It's
know.
bright fucking red.
You won that one.
God, I just
barely.
literally did not think that through at all. I feel like when Ninja had that one clip that went viral that was like... God, I don't remember what he said exactly, but he just said, this guy came up and blasted my ass, and it was like, wait. No, he came up and railed me from behind. No, I mean, he got... God damn it. Dude literally just was playing a game and decided to say, this guy came from behind and ran a train on me. Well, I don't think I have been on your team in this entire time.
Okay, I'd like to point out that you guys
We
have to
a
lose
couple times.
because we have
Versus
NB
Val.
rights on our team.
What was that?
You guys have to lose because we have NB rights on our team.
Okay, now I'm going to feel bad for winning.
If you have even if you haven't played it in a while, if you have Minecraft Java Edition, you should switch your Mojang account over to a Microsoft account if you haven't, as they will be deleting your account and making the game unplayable for you if you don't in September.
I don't remember
Wait,
what
what?
my login is.
Microsoft's gonna be deleting all Mojang accounts in September.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
wonderful.
sure I've already migrated over.
I've gotten like 2
I think they
emails
gave
and ignored it
warnings
because
a
I don't
while ago.
remember what my login is.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
play the game again anyways.
Unfortunately, the server that I'd played on and off for a long time is currently not up anymore, just because the guy who ran it couldn't really afford to keep it up. So maybe
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
come back. I'm still chilling in their Discord. but
I
it was fun. They made a full recreation of the map of Earthbound, which is why I
Oh, wow.
started playing there.
can't play Minecraft anymore. I have tried to
enjoy
get back into
Minecraft.
Minecraft several times, and I play it for like 10 minutes, and then I never touch it again for 4 months. I don't think there's anything there for me anymore.
God damn it. I enjoy modded Minecraft, but Microsoft, I don't really like modern, like, just stock Minecraft as Microsoft's changes have been kind of shit. Like, whoa, you added a whole new biome and a new mob to the underground. What do they do? Oh, literally nothing. Neat.
It's in here, you little shit. Come here.
Oh my god, what
What
happened?
just happened?
I just hear, oh my god, you're all dead. I just hear a bunch
Yeah,
of
we just got
explosions, look to my
obliterated.
left, and you're all fucking gone.
It was a fucking war zone.
Jesus.
Oh, just remembered something. So, Chicago has a really nice museum called the Field Museum. The main thing it's like really known for is having the T-Rex fossil named Sue, which is the largest T-Rex specimen I think ever found.
It's one of the largest and is one of the most complete as well.
Yeah, they unveiled a new fossil that's going in, I think, in the main hall. I think it's a Spinosaurus.
Yep.
And in the picture that they showed of it in the new location in the hall, you can see a pride flag in the background.
Yo.
Because they do pride events every June.
Sue also has their own Twitter account and is a shitposting, quote, large murder bird, unquote.
I believe their pronouns are also they, them, because the gender was never actually identified.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's unclear who runs the
Sue
account.
used to be in the main hall, but then got moved to their own hall at the end of the fossil exhibit for all the dinosaurs. So as you exit the exhibit, you then are in a room completely dedicated to Sue.
And they
which is
do
really
acknowledge
nice.
the Twitter account there.
Yeah, there's a little plaque on the wall that says to go follow Sue on Twitter.
It's also nobody knows except probably the Field Museum who runs the Sue Twitter account. I think people think it's someone who works at the field.
Oh, it
That would
absolutely
make
is.
sense. That's most, like, Twitter accounts of that kind of stuff is usually there and nobody knows.
Because they're always posting behind the scenes stuff and always getting in
Yeah.
fights with the official field Twitter account too.
Yeah,
They get in
Chicago-
fights with the Adler Planetarium and the Shed Aquarium Twitter accounts too.
I want to go back to the
Amazing.
shed. I love the shed so much. It's really funny. I am deathly afraid of open water, but I love swimming and I love sea creatures. I love fish, I love sharks, I love turtles, I love stingrays. I love the water. I do not want to swim in water where I can't see the bottom.
Wasn't there a giant isopod at the Shed Aquarium?
I love so. There's also a chamber of animals and a
Yeah.
bunch of other stuff. They have parrots and lizards as well. And otters, penguins, manatees, dolphins,
Chester?
Sharks.
sharks.
Sure.
They have Chester the otter.
What?
I think they do have otter.
They have Chester the otter.
I am somehow not surprised that you know who that is, Dennis.
How do you mean? Of course I know who that is.
I feel, funnily enough, Chester isn't like the most popular furry VTuber, but I feel like that's the one that everyone knows.
Yeah. Never
I
watched
think we
any
know
of their
them.
content, but I've seen them before.
I mean, I've seen people who don't even follow furry VTubers reference Chester before. Like, when there was a brief trend of VTubers putting their feet up on stream, someone joked, eventually we're going to see that one otter VTuber do it, and then guess who did it?
You really gotta stop doing that around me.
You expect me to learn from my mistakes?
No.
Listen, it'll work eventually. I'm going to tire you out, and you will make a mistake, and we will kill both of us. Oh my god, I got a fucking direct hit on blue and it still didn't kill them.
Oh, I just obliterated someone at the last second.
They
just popped up out of nowhere and ate all of my bubbles.
Have you seen Opera GX's fucking Pride Month icon for Twitter?
Yeah, I saw Pyrocynical asking why there was a... Pyrocynical, who apparently works for Opera GX, was asking why there were two men kissing next to his checkmark.
It's funny too because anybody who posts like a homophobic comment, the whoever is running the Twitter account just fucking destroys them.
That's like a legit Twitter account too. It's not even a shitpost one.
Yeah, that's the actual like company's Twitter account.
It's like a MSI Gaming. I think MSI is some kind of computer manufacturer. They have a furry mascot, and they have now officially announced that he is a femboy and likes thigh highs. And they just keep getting mildly suggestive fan art of him in cute poses with the thigh highs and kissing other furries. I don't know who is running that Twitter account, but they are doing something right because it is working.
Countdown to MSI just starting to post literal furry porn.
Well, I mean, it's funny you mention that, because there's another person I follow who's basically been doing the same thing. Estelle Ellis was the original voice of Crystal in Star Fox Adventure and Star Fox Assault. All she does on Twitter is retweet fan art and cosplays of Crystal, most of which is very blatantly furry art. And she voiced a mod of Half-Life 2 that replaced Alex with Crystal, and then as Crystal, in another video on Twitter, announced that she would be doing the character in more things. And I don't remember what she said specifically, but she did hint at the fact that she is aware of Crystal porn and might be in it. So we are literally like a couple days away from Estelle Ellis just literally retweeting Crystal porn.
And or being in it.
And or being in it, yep. Yeah, UJ, Estelle Ellis is fully aware of what people do to Crystal, and she encourages it.
Yeah, she seems to enjoy it.
Oh my god, we did not cover our base at all. Jesus.
I always find it interesting, though, when some people join the furry fandom because of suggestive art of their characters. Like, I don't know the guy's name, but the guy who voiced Haida in Agretsuko didn't know what a furry was until he was invited to a furry convention. He went to one, had such a great time, that he essentially became a furry and announced he is Haida's human Sona.
Are you talking about Diskin?
Huh?
Ben Diskin?
I don't know who voiced Haida.
That's who voiced him.
Yeah. He became a furry because of the lewd fan art.
AKA the guy who gets completely owned by Woody in Kingdom Hearts 3. He gets told that he's never loved someone
Okay, listen, I don't like Kingdom Hearts, but Kingdom Hearts 3 has some genuinely hilarious moments, and Woody just owning that guy is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen.
If you don't have any friends.
Dude,
Oh, jeez, Woody.
He says that no one's ever loved him before.
I just love that, especially because I loved Toy Story growing up. Also, the bit with the Monsters, Inc. world, where after a fight with a member of Organization 13, Sully picks him up and throws him in the door, and then they just start throwing doors into doors one by one and then shred the last one.
Okay, dude, if you're gonna use an umbrella and launch the umbrella, make sure to not walk through it and then be in front of it when I'm shooting at said umbrella, you fucking moron!
I don't need this shield to kill you.
I don't know who that was, but goddamn.
They don't need the shield to kill you, come on.
Every Splatoon player shares like 2 brain cells. I still remember when I was playing this around Christmas, and there were a shitload of new players. And in the same session, there were 3 people who walked straight into a Booyah Bomb after it went off. And I was like in awe at people who could see an explosion right in front of them, and their instinct is to walk through it.
A 2-year-old.
Also, Dennis, your internet is really shit tonight.
No, she just forgot he continue.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That one wasn't it his.
That time it wasn't your fault, but it was your fault. For a different reason. Ellie Baba.
Let's just have someone just think Devin.
Baba
Or
is you.
Davin.
I need to play Baba Is You again. I never finished it. I watched a streamer, I'm not going to say who it is, play the game, and they, for some reason, could not understand what the whole point of the game is with how things were parsed. And they kept trying things that obviously would not work over and over again, like removing you from Baba Is You. The game makes it very obvious what you're supposed to do. And for some reason they kept trying that.
Why? You're not...
And I do know that there is a notable VTuber who does not stream on Twitch, who played through Superliminal without ever understanding how the game works.
Oh.
And I know someone who was very frustrated.
Do we all see the same graffiti on a stage, or is it
yeah.
per player?
You think we see all the same graffiti.
Why do you ask?
Okay, look over at, well, obviously not you people. You people on the other team can just fuck the hell off. But guys on my team, look over here where I'm standing. When you have a chance, it's on top of the roof to the
Oh yeah, I see it.
right of spawn.
Hang on.
What is the graffiti?
I'm gonna try not to kill
I got
me.
a
I'm
screenshot.
coming up.
I'm
I
gonna
wanna
kill you. I told you not to come over here.
I just want to see it.
I'm not gonna let you.
Dino, you took way too long to kill me.
Bitch, this thing is hard to
Oh.
aim sometimes.
That goof smile.
I like that
What?
graffiti.
What is
Is
that
it?
smile? Some goofy face.
Semke, by me, if you want to see it.
I think it's Lenny face.
I see. Amazing.
God, I love the Splatoon community sometimes.
Yeah.
The amount of posts I've seen that are literally just, I love pissing men. Oh god, this is Spider Scope.
I just straight up did not give a fuck there.
Also, this thing has too much fucking range.
Yeah, it is not very good for covering anything. You basically have to go full offense with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like really hard to hit someone in front of you because the shots go so fucking far.
What just happened there?
I was hiding behind something,
Oh, okay.
and then we passed each other and you didn't see me somehow.
I feel like this is probably something that would be a lot better in like competitive and offensive.
Yeah, I think if we were actually playing Anarchy Battles, Splatterscope would be a lot more useful.
Yeah.
Simkey, I just got a good look at your reactive. I recognize that art. I think.
Oh?
Is that what I think it is?
By the way, Estelle Ellis only voiced Crystal in Star Fox Adventures.
Ah, okay. Not a song.
Alicia Glidewell voices Crystal in Assault, Brawl, and Ultimate.
Well, Brawl and Ultimate just reuse her lines from the song.
Well, yeah.
In my active image of some art I commissioned recently, I should probably actually post that if I forgot to do that.
Alright, I might be thinking of a different art. I don't. I am... Well, no, tired isn't really an excuse this time, because I am absolutely not tired. I'm actually wide awake, as a matter of fact.
Estelle Ellis also voiced the Queen Earthwalker and Mother Thorntail in Star Fox Adventures.
Huh.
And that's basically all she's been in. She's been in Star Fox Adventures, Perfect Dark Zero, and Grabbed by the Ghoulies, whatever the fuck that is.
That was
it's a
an
little weird.
Xbox
Oh, that
game
game's
from-
great.
That's a good game.
That game's great. That game is great.
I've heard
I've
it's
played it.
not good.
Oh, it's like not, but it's.
Wait,
it's a
what
fun
game?
Grabbed
Sorry,
by
I
the
was totally
Ghoulies.
not.
Grabbed by the Ghoulies.
Oh. Yeah, I never played
It's
that.
not good, but at the same time it is good. And
It's just like one of those games where, like, you know, you just have some friends over, you're just messing around, and you just play, like, those, like, kind of random, forgotten games on old consoles.
It's like Fusion
And-
Frenzy.
I have
Oh,
Fusion
just turn the
Frenzy. That's
brain off
actually pretty
and
fun.
have fun.
Yeah, it's just. Is it a good, memorable game that you'd want to, like, play by yourself? No. But it's kind of. It has a charm.
I ran
to
out
it.
of ink.
what
Excuse
just
me.
happened over there?
What about the Mario Killer Blinks the Time Sweeper?
Or Blinks.
Oh my god.
I had Blinks. I played it. It's actually kind of fun.
Blinks walked so Knack could run.
I've actually heard Knack isn't really all that bad, but people expect
No,
too
it's
much
just
from it.
okay. I think it's one of those games that got overhyped as like the Mario Killer. It's just an alright, like, platformer.
Oh, I didn't even see you there, Simki.
Ow.
You're a menace up there.
Zeno, I really have to ask, do you even know what rockabilly is?
Yeah.
That is a genre of music.
Okay, I need to listen to
Our
rockabilly.
our sister's wedding ceremony, or the
Oh,
wedding party,
that's
that
right.
was rockabilly themed.
That was rockabilly themed. Okay. I forgot about that.
And they say white people have no
Really?
culture.
That is rockabilly. Like, what is it? It's like a genre.
It's 50% rock, 50% Billy. Okay.
I don't really know how to describe it, other than have you seen the movie or the musical Grease?
I've heard a few songs from it. Basically that.
That's rockabilly, I think.
Okay.
It's more that sort of like twangy guitar type stuff. I don't know how to describe it other than just
You
playing.
say
Yeah,
twangy
it-
guitar, and my
it-
first thought is Primus. And that's not
It's just-
rockabilly.
You gotta play the Grease rhythm game on Wii. Come on.
The what?
Oh, you're talking about the Primus, the Tony Hawk band.
It's a
But
grease
there's a
rhythm.
Grease rhythm game on Wii.
Fine.
It's really bad.
Grease.
I kind of
One of the
miss the
songs
era
I think
of
said
weird
says like,
licensed games.
yeah, I think one of the songs says like, I don't remember exactly. I think it says like pussy in it or something, and every time they say it, they censor the word.
And then Nintendo just came out with a song where the chorus is just pussy, pussy, suck my fucking pussy.
I think truly nothing beats the cover of Killing Game in Guitar Hero 2.
The cover of what?
You know, the cover of Killing in the Name, the Rage Against the Machine song.
I've never heard that one.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Yes,
Is the cover
that
really
one.
bad, or is it just funny?
Well, they have to censor it, and it's also not sung by, you know, the actual band.
Oh,
So yes, it's a very goofy cover.
It has a swear in it, most likely, and Dennis doesn't swear, so you just have to figure out what it is. I'm assuming it's fuck you, don't tell me what to do, based on what Doll
No,
said.
it's fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Okay.
Which I also just
It's
said.
also,
Yes.
I mean, the whole song is just very,
This is making me think.
very
of this.
not Guitar Hero friendly.
This is making me think of this video I watched once on Kids Bop covers,
yeah, like a
where they would take songs that
Oh
are
my
very
God.
overtly sexual and change like one or two lines, but then leave in all the other sexual stuff.
Kids Bop is fucking weird. I don't get it.
It's pointless, and I don't think anyone ever actually bought it.
I mean, I bought it when I was a kid.
I certainly didn't.
People actually did like
I don't know if
unironically
it
buy Kid
existed
Bop.
at that point.
Oh, I guess I'm
pretty
just gonna
sure
get stuck
that's,
over here. I need to stop doing this like this, and
Isn't
I'm gonna
Kids
fall
Bop
down.
like a
I
2000s
guess.
thing?
Sometimes it feels like Kids Bop was done for tax purposes.
Probably was. You know, it's still around too.
It is.
Wait, it is?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
can't wait for the
2020.
Kids Bop cover
I
of
think was the
Robin
last time they did
Thicke's
it.
blurred lines.
Man, where's the Kids Bop
Oh
cover
my
of
God.
WAP?
you know they have done
my
that.
God.
What?
The Kids Bop cover of WAP.
I wet. I don't even know how the fuck I would censor that name, actually.
What else? Cat, I guess.
Well, you can't say ass.
I am. Wet. Yeah, actually, wait, how the fuck do you censor that? I don't know, Kids Bop people are insane. They probably just, it probably wouldn't even make any fucking sense.
Kids Bop cover of Family Reunion by Blink-182, and it's just a never-ending bleep.
Y'all got a guy named Stanley on your team, by the way.
Oh my god, the Stanley?
Yes, it is the
This
Stanley.
is a story about a man named Stanley.
This
At least
is a
it's not
story about
Staniel.
Stanley. Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending is my favorite.
I'll buy Simkey.
Stanley was fat and ugly and very, very stupid. So stupid, in fact, that it was a wonder he wasn't fired already. That's how stupid Stanley
Have someone do
was.
like a meme Kids Bop cover of like fuck the police or something, and the entire song is just the like actual like song just with a beep over it.
It wouldn't be
No,
fuck the police, it would be help the
lyrics, everything.
police. Remember, kids, all dogs go to heaven except for those class traders in the Paw Patrol.
Oh, me.
Also, I put the Wikipedia link to Rockabilly in the collab channel, because I have no idea how the fuck to explain what Rockabilly is.
The way you explain it is you link the Wikipedia article.
Yep.
I just... remembered how a few years ago I found out what ska was and realized I've actually been listening to ska songs before and just didn't realize that's what it was called. Weird Al Yankovic has a ska song called Your Horoscope for Today, which is one of my favorite songs from when I originally discovered him. And, that was kind of eye-opening to realize that one of my favorite songs had been ska, and I had no idea that was the
Simply,
genre.
what is that box art?
It's the official tie-in game for Greece.
Also, 505 games. Wait a minute.
Yeah, they published
And
some
balance
weird
board
stuff.
compatible.
What? Why is
Wait, what?
What? Also, I see that box art, and my immediate first thought is this Celebrity Deathmatch?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
It's got a really weird style to it because they could only, it's one of the cases where they could only get the license to the music and literally nothing else. So they couldn't use any like recognizable people for it.
I watched Celebrity Deathmatch when I was a kid. It explains a
Celebrity
lot,
Deathmatch
actually.
I think this is a Celebrity Deathmatch PS1 game.
It also was on PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, but it was a little different.
Yeah, I mean that's usually the case for those games.
Gotcha. Celebrity Deathmatch, looking back, wasn't very good. It's kind of a really weird thing to exist. Because it's a show literally about celebrities that a lot of people like killing each other in brutal ways.
The PS1 or 2 game would probably make a good game for a bad game night.
That would require me to play it, though.
Yeah. It's always the Fight Club game.
We don't talk about that.
See what you did there.
Wow, so true. I'm gonna form my entire personality around the main character of that movie.
I have not actually
think-
seen it, by the way.
How many other games have both Abraham Lincoln and Fred Durst in them?
Well, I know a game that has Abe Lincoln in it.
So do I.
That's
And
not
it's so
the fucking point.
desperately, and it so
You can play the
desperately
Conduit.
deserves a sequel. Yes.
Where's Conduit 3? Come on, second.
Conduit 3 featuring Fred Durst for no fucking reason.
I know of another game that has Abe Lincoln in it, but it doesn't have Fred Durst. It does have the Cowardly
Name's
Lion from Wizard of Oz, who's a little too sexy.
Okay, I'd like to point out we just straight up have not covered our base.
I mean,
What the
No,
fuck?
you don't need to say anything.
Here, let me
Mainly
help you
because
guys.
you're not on my team, so you should maybe not ink your base.
missiles. Yeah, the Fight Club game is just kind of insane if you've never seen it before. It's basically the movie, but it's the movie, but you just kind of have your own self-insert the entire time, who just kind of sits awkwardly in the background of scenes from the movie, watching it happen.
I think the only
Including,
movie
like,
game
ending.
I've ever played that actually used the movie cutscenes well was the Lord of the Rings games on GameCube and PS2.
Yeah.
Those games are
Oh yeah.
so
Also,
good.
the cutscenes aren't actually from the movie or anything. They remade the movie, but in really shitty CGI
What about
Oh, wonderful.
for Fight
what
Club.
about the Matrix? What about the Matrix video games?
Into the
Path of
Matrix?
Neo is fun.
I like
Enter the Matrix and
Matrix.
Path of Neo.
Enter the Matrix is fun. Path of Neo I'd recommend playing because it's absolutely batshit insane.
I need to watch the Matrix
Wait.
trilogy again.
Do you care about spoilers for Path of Neo?
No.
Yes.
Alright, this actually.
This will be our last match,
Do
by
you
the way.
actually, or
Then I'm gonna end.
No, of course not.
okay? I never know. Some people get upset when you spoil things.
I know, but I like to keep you on your toes. never let anybody know if you're telling the truth or not.
Trust nobody,
Yeah,
not
there's,
even yourself.
I can't trust
One fight
anyone,
in
so
the-
nobody can trust me either.
There was one fight in Path of Neo, which is just like a one-on-one brawl, but at one point you get knocked through a wall, Or yeah, I think it's the dojo fight scene or the training scene. But on one point, you get knocked through a wall and you end up in a movie theater, and the fucking movie theater is playing the dojo training scene from The Matrix. As you're fighting, like in the middle of it, and there's one guy there's a singular person in the audience, and they complain the entire time that you're getting in the way of the movie. The game also ends with the Wazowski twins explaining that they couldn't figure out how to make the ending actually fit for a video game, so they're just like, we decided that making Neo fucking massive was the best idea. Like, it's actually just them. Like, it's not even like other characters. It's literally just the
Don't you
Wazowski
also
twins.
fight like an enormous Agent Smith or whatever?
Or no, yeah, it's Smith, not Neo.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
it's,
to be fair, that's not that ridiculous to what actually happens in the movies anyways, so...
Yeah, it's
That
funny
is
too,
very
because
true.
I don't
It's a bunch
remember
of
the
Agent
Matrix
Smiths to me.
trilogy. I watched all three of them, like, I think once, when I was a kid. I do not remember them. I need to rewatch them.
It's a bunch of Agent Smiths that make one giant Agent Smith, and there's a billboard next to him advertising sunglasses, and he pulls the sunglasses off the billboard and puts them on.
Oh my god!
Amazing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, those games are great.
Yeah, I really need to get it, but it's kind of expensive since it's still actually pretty popular, so it's still like $60
They understood the assignment
That's
for a movie video game.
Yeah, and it helped too that the Wazowski twins actually had a lot of like involvement in making the game.
Yep. That
And
helps.
considering they literally appear at the end of the game to explain why they did the boss fight the way they did.
Konnichiwa, Steven Spielberg des.
Oh, I did not expect that to kill you, Blue.
You know what game, what shitty game you should play, Simkey?
What?
Dennis can tell you more about it. BB's Kids for the SNES.
Oh god.
no, what is
No, don't.
I've never seen
Save your
gameplay
time.
of
What
it. I
is
just
this?
know that it's really terrible, and Dennis has told me about it. And I kind of want to look it up.
What is it called? DB's Kids?
BB's Kids. I
Like
think it was based on a
2Bs.
cartoon.
I'll
As in a
look that
BB
up.
gun.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look that up.
I'm fairly confident it was based on a cartoon.
See, SNES and Genesis generation also actually has a lot of like really bad games.
I have a few really bad SNES games. The one that I want to stream is Cliffhanger, because it's just absolute dog shit.
Hanger,
And
hanging
I-
from a
and
cliff.
That's
I
why it's
mentioned
called
that I have, like,
Cliffhanger.
DVD version.
Hanger.
Can't hold on much longer.
And I mentioned it before, yeah, I have this like Wii version.
Another bad game that I will not stream because I'm never playing it again is Road Runner Death Valley Rally.
Wait, I remember that.
It is a game. It will make you tear your hair out. It is not fun. It is just hard.
Oh, it's not. Yeah.
Well, welcome to Dark
BB.
Souls, bitch.
Okay, that's it for tonight, guys.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you all for coming out. I will remain in the call non-stream for a moment. Once I get this.
Oops. Well, I accidentally hit continue.
No, it's fine. You guys can continue. Do whatever.
I want to
Really.
go eat. I guess I'm doing another match.
Yeah, I need to eat. I need to.
Oh.
I'm gonna make a sandwich because we still have
Oh.
sandwich stuff I need to use up.
Thanks, game. Fuck, I'll just restart the game. The game gave me the leave option for a second after Dennis left, and then it disappeared immediately.
Another bad game from the Genesis and SNES era, Beauty and the Beast for Genesis.
I'll say pretty much anything Disney related is absolutely fucking horrible. Fantasia.
Well, okay, that's
SNES.
not entirely fair because Castle of Illusion.
True,
and
Castle Illusion.
Mickey Mania, and Aladdin. Those are the good ones.
Yeah,
Those are the-
there are some good ones from that generation, but there is so much Disney trash.
DuckTales and Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, I think, are also pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you guys know there's a
remakes fun.
DuckTales 2 on NES?
Oh,
Yep.
did not actually.
Yeah, the Disney Afternoon Collection, which is on PS4, Xbox One, and Steam, but not Switch, has DuckTales 1 and 2, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers 1 and 2, and I believe the last one is Tailspin.
They put some really random games.
My favorite Disney game of all time is Disney's Aladdin SNES. My second favorite is Toy Story 2 on N64. That's actually one of my favorite 3D platformers. I am very looking forward to eventually streaming it, because I have not played it in a very, very long time. So,
But Toy Story 2?
yeah, there's a PS1
one
and
with
N64
the-
version. I've only played the N64 version. I do not know if the PS1 version is better.
Actually, the SNES Toy Story game's kind of neat as well.
I have the Genesis
Not very
version of
good.
Toy Story 1, and it is not one of my favorites. It's cool.
It's not very good, but it's technically pretty neat. The the Traveler's Tales, specifically the dev from it, actually has a YouTube channel, so he's actually explained a lot of how he programmed the game.
Yeah, and that is the same Traveler's Tales that later made the Lego games.
Yep.
And
And the
nothing
same
else.
guy who worked on that also did Sonic 3D Blast, and he's also done a lot of YouTube stuff about that.
Wait.
As well as that, he's also released a definitive edition.
Is he the guy who almost died? No, wait, not 3D Blast. It was Extreme. Sonic Extreme, where the guy almost died because of it.
Oh yeah,
Got it
rest
mixed
in
up.
peace, Sonic Extreme, and almost that guy.
Didn't Sonic Extreme actually leak a few years ago?
Yeah, we got a leak of multiple builds of the game.
Has anyone been
It's
able to
pretty
get them
cool.
running?
Yeah, they've been able to get them running at this point.
I wonder if someone can finish the game.
Prob.
I'm sorry, guys.
it's
I just
missing a
noticed
lot.
what, can you guys look at my stream real quick and look at the post that I've had up this whole time?
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw
okay.
them when I loaded it.
I think I may have just found the one that I know.
I fucking love
Perfect.
this Splatoon community. What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
I saw one earlier where the poster was saying something very mean, and I reported it because it was really mean. I don't think you should say that kind of stuff.
There's a post in front of me that just says Jesus is coming, soda, repent now.
What the fuck?
Obama. Soda.
God, the Splatoon community is unhinged.
Yeah.
Hold on, I need to look around. Okay, this one is getting reported.
Which one is it? Oh yeah, that's the one that I saw.
Oh, yeah, them. I reported them too. There's
yeah.
so many that just say Happy Pride or trans rights. It's great.
Yeah, Mr. Bumba Clutch. Remember, the idea is to not. Wait, how
I'll
does the
have to
quote
report
go
that up
from
to see that
The
guy.
Expanse? Yeah, the idea is to not shit where you eat.
Christ. Oh my fucking god, the one I just found.
Okay, read it out loud to us.
It's from someone named Bara Ryder.
Oh no.
And it just says, "Where is the MPreg update?"
Wait, that isn't that the one that was in the fucking map? The one where I was like, "Hey, look at this
Oh, no.
fucking thing."
That just
Oh, no,
reminds
I
me of
didn't
the
see
post.
that one. I saw something else there.
Oh,
That
okay.
just reminds me of a post.
Well, that's why I
someone
asked
said
if
that was-
we saw the same graffiti because I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, what I saw was what looked like Lenny face, and it just said gay.
Oh, okay. So, well, that answers that
The-
question then.
So that one just reminds me of the post that's like, throw me to the salmonids and I'll come back pregnant.
God, not that.
Happy Pride to all my fellow divorcees.
Div-
Fuck.
Okay, Someone here is wearing the brim cap, the Takaroka rainbow tie-dye shirt, and the custom trail boots. So they are all just completely rainbowed up. And they have a thing that says Happy Pride.
Oh, Xeno and Simki are playing rock, paper, scissors. Hold on.
I don't see that one guy you're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh,
if
Xeno
his
just
started
won.
Going.
Hang on. Wait, we got competitive rock, paper, scissors here. Now Simki won. Okay, so it's best 2 out of 3, I think. Hang on. Oh, there's another one for Xeno. Okay, Xeno wins. Alright, now I'm gonna end. Alright, so thank you all for joining. I'm gonna move to the other call.
Alright.
You guys have a good night, and I think next week we're going back to Aliens Fireteam Elite.
Yeah, still got some stuff to finish up there, I think.
Yeah, because we still have to do the Pathogen DLC.
Pathogen, and some other stuff that Bal and I haven't, or Bal hasn't done and I haven't done.
Yeah. So we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
So thank you all for joining, and see ya.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out too, so see you later.
And
Sometime.
nice to meet you, Blue.
Oh yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you, Blue.
Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. What the fuck, Discord? Oh, my laptop's actually running really hot at the moment. That's a little concerning. I'm sure it's fine. It's probably the fucking temperature. I need to get that AC in. Anyways. I will be back tomorrow with... What am I doing tomorrow? Capcom Arcade Stadium, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, we're gonna find a raid target. A lot of the furries that I would normally raid, I think are doing Virality. I don't know, we got some people who are not. I know who we're gonna raid. I haven't gotten to raid this person a bit. Let me just mute that. Is that muted? Yes. Alright. We will be raiding its Lilybet. Lily is a good being and a good friend. She's playing Onimusha Warlords. But before I get to that, if you wanna hang out after stream, excuse me, what the fuck? I have a Discord. If you want to keep up with my bullshit and other updates, you can follow me on Twitter. And if you want to, or if you ever miss a stream, oh, excuse me, a lot of burps right now. If you ever miss a stream, I have a VOD channel on YouTube, which you can follow right there. We're just gonna go with Dapper Dragon Raid. Skip that out. Dapper Dragon Raid. Hang on a sec, there's a letter missing. There. Alright, so you know the drill. You can use whatever emotes you want. You can use my emotes, your emotes, someone else's emotes. Doesn't really matter to me. As long as you copy the raid message, that's all I care about. Tomorrow is Capcom Arcade Stadium. I'll try to fit in the second one if I can. We'll be back to a more regular schedule next week. I will post the schedule Monday morning, but it'll likely be Outer Wilds on Monday, Axiom Verge on Tuesday, and Killer 7 on Wednesday. And then Saturday will be Aliens Fireteam Elite, and Sunday will probably be Namco Museum. So, let me get that raid queued up. Slowly bit. Here we go. And that's it for tonight. So, I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. Let's show Lily some love, and good night. See ya.